have it on Roll20.
All
I
right.
just go through Reddit, and whenever I see a cool map, I save it.
Cool.
That's a good general practice for any DM that's surfing
Right.
Reddit. Like, oh, that's a cool map. Save.
Yep.
All right, you guys ready to do this?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, we're one short tonight, but we'll make do. I think we'll make do. I gotta switch over the Twitch stuff, I believe. One second. The last thing I gotta do.
While
I'm a
you're
little
doing
behind.
that, I have one more funny thing y'all will probably get crack out of. Um,
Heh.
my player was working with the villains the last time I ran this module, and as of last session, she fell for one of the villains' disguises, not realizing it's the same person. And I am going to have a lot of fun as she tries to flirt with her former boss.
Oh boy.
Nice.
Okay.
Nice.
It's gonna be great. It
Does the
will.
villain recognize her?
Well, she's not playing the same character, but it's actually Jarl Axel because
I don't know who
he's
that is.
You'll find out. He's in
he's
this
the
campaign.
one that yeah. And that's what I said when I said, Gabe, this is karma coming back to bite me in the ass.
Uh-huh. Yep.
Because I have so much planned to fuck with the party with this
Her
guy.
her
He is
sister's
the
I mean, that's kind of his whole shtick is
yeah.
fucking with parties.
Yes.
Jen's
And
sister's
I
all
love
sorts
it.
of tied up with Jarlaxle. All right, let's do this thing. So, last time we got together, we had to actually extend it out to another session. So it was just the fight, so no one missed anything. But you guys, last time we picked up, you guys were in a tree that you guys had grown, and you were getting scolded by Griselda. And long story short, ended up getting Pinchwit out of Fandolin, at finding out that you're herding 50 giant goats all the way to Fandolin on the back least traveled roads that she could possibly find. And the 7-day trip that was slated to take place is now down to 4 days, as Kiva had convinced. Sorry, now down to 3 days because you spent a day traveling, and then Kiva was able to convince the goats to race, shaving off 3 days. And on that night, you all were attacked by I'm just going to call it a herd of ogres and a dire troll. And so you guys managed to save yourselves, losing a couple magic items, but I think the end result speaks for itself. Dre's survived; he did not die or get eaten, and you guys managed to kill all 9 ogres and the
You're
dire
welcome.
troll, and save the goats. The goats didn't even run away. So we are gonna pick up right where we left off with everyone standing around. I almost called her Marigold. Good lord, Pinchwit, who's managed to wrest the goats back into submission, and she's got both sides tied up to the tree again. Even though Twitch is like kind of berating her a little bit for doing that, but yeah, she's. I believe we were gonna take a short rest, right? And you guys were gonna
That's correct.
head out.
Yep. Hey, Gabe.
And
Two of us
Jen
already
was
put in the chat, but
making
it looked like
breakfast.
you missed it. Can we get the owlbear link?
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, dare bear. Yeah, you definitely
I'm
want.
sorry, are you...
Also, I vote Thunder of Ogres for the group name.
Oh,
So
thunder of ogres. How about a murder of ogres?
that works too. Because usually when there's a group, there's gonna be a murder.
Yeah. A gaggle of trolls, a murder of ogres.
Works for me.
Yeah, I like it. I like it. All right, so I believe we got this all set. You guys have the owlbear link. We left the bodies up just because, why not? And I believe there was talk about trying to hunt trying to find where they came from, but we'll see if you guys decide you want to do that or if you just want to head to Fandolin with the goats. And
Well, unfortunately, we had decided Twitch was probably the only one that knew about the troll tendency for that. So.
And she was not gonna tell people about that. I don't think.
Troll
I don't think
tendency
she
for
was.
what?
No,
Actually,
I
she
distinctly
probably
remember
would've.
me saying yes. She was
Yes, never mind.
definitely bring that up.
Yeah. Okay. So we're gonna do
It's
a little.
treasure hunting. What do you
Yeah.
expect?
Yeah, we're gonna do a little bit of this here. So, as the 6 of you stand around, God, I'm gonna have a terrible time not calling her Marigold now. As the 6 of you stand around Pitchwit, uh, she's kind of brushing one of the lead goat, just kind of like, it's gonna be okay, just kind of like singing to it and trying to calm the animal, keep it calm. And as you guys walk up and you had talked to her about um, taking a rest, and she was very much willing to take a rest. So,
He was leaning against a tree.
how long did you guys want to rest for? Keep in mind,
I mean, it doesn't
it's
need to be a whole thing, just a short rest.
yeah. Keep in mind, it's still only about 4:30 in the morning.
Okay, yeah.
I actually needed to take a breather.
Okay. Well, you
Yeah.
guys tell me how long you rest for.
Well, specifically, mechanically speaking, a short rest isn't going to help Kiva that much. She didn't actually take any hit point damage to her actual hit points. This is more of a role play because
Yeah.
she just got out of a fight.
Yep. And cast a crap ton of spells.
Yeah. But unfortunately, her spells don't come back on a short
She's-
rest. So.
She's mentally drained, just not physically drained.
Right. Exactly.
But she kind of looks over. So, how long do you plan on
I mean, I
resting
only
here?
need like an hour.
No more than an hour or so.
Okay. Well, yeah. an
Yeah, I
hour-
think that's
an
what
hour-
we said last time.
An hour's fine. Yeah, we can rest here for an hour.
I took my hit point, or I healed my hit points, and
Okay.
I got my spell back. So
All right.
Same.
We are just going to say that you guys rest for an hour. Is anyone doing anything other than resting for that hour?
Jen said that they were going to make breakfast.
Ah, all right. So then Jin would not really get a short rest because Jin is doing stuff. You good with
Yeah.
that?
Yeah, I
Kiva will
mean, Jen
offer
didn't
advice
get
from a
hit too
distance.
hard.
Say that again. Oh, say that again.
Jen didn't get hit too hard.
Oh, okay. Okay, cool. I got
Me or Tim?
it. You and Tim. You both spoke at the same
I don't
time. I
think I
didn't hear
took-
either
Okay.
one.
Any damage.
Okay.
I was just saying Kiva would offer Jen advice from a distance
Gotcha.
for cooking.
Nice. All right. So we'll say you
I
I
guys.
Guys,
need
check
to.
Yeah. We'll say you guys end up taking an hour rest, have a nice little breakfast brunch, breakfast not brunch, breakfast sort of deal, and everyone gets ready to head out. And it is currently about I'm gonna say 6. I'll give you guys an hour and a half, a little more restful. I hate doing half hours, so we'll say it's about 6 by the time you guys actually head out and get back on the path again to go out. Twitch will bring up that with the with the amount of trolls and ogres that came here, it's very likely that they have a hideout somewhere with a lot of good stuff in it.
Potentially good stuff, at least.
Potentially good stuff, yeah.
Dre,
Focus on getting these goats where they need to be, and then we can look for it later.
but will you remember where we were later?
I can mark it on my map.
We can make
That-
some.
That's a fair point. You could definitely mark it on the map.
Yeah.
The only thing there is you run the risk of something else finding the place first.
Oh, look at that! It's already marked on the map. Let's see if I can here. We'll do a little circle here. This is. There you go.
If something bad happens to these
Do you
goats,
think
we're
there's a
gonna be in
risk of there
whole
being
world of
more?
trouble.
Sorry, say that again, Alen.
If something happens to these goats, we're going to be in a whole world of trouble. It's not worth any potential reward that may or may not exist.
I'll agree with that. Yeah, but we could certainly mark it on the map for possible future investigation.
There you go. It's marked.
Or if one of us who's better at stealth, Jen looks at Twitch since she suggested it, could go look and then meet back up with us.
Don't know about that.
Splitting the party is
There's
fun
no
in
guarantee there's
town.
not more trolls.
Yeah, I'm not certain that I want to go there on my own. Is what Twitch is gonna say.
In town makes a little sense. Out of there, out here.
Yeah, out here.
Oh.
Yeah.
And then my head falls back into Kelton's lap.
Turns out there's another like 18 trolls, 18 ogres at the
Right, yeah.
yeah.
That's why I emphasized stealth.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You don't
but all
just
it takes
go
is one
running
misstep if there's that many ogres.
Well, Lynn, maybe you could just mark it on your map and we could come back and look. After
or what about Edgar? You could have Edgar go look for it while we're traveling.
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
That's true.
Yeah.
I mean, I
that's a
can
good
only
idea.
communicate with him. No, actually, I don't have that limit. I don't.
Yep,
think.
you're a chain lock. You can communicate with him wherever.
Yeah.
Always gonna love being a chain lock. They're fantastic.
I'm
Okay, well,
debating
let's
chain
get
lock for
going.
my next warlock I want to play.
Okay.
Keep going.
Okay. So, we're ready to go?
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm recovered, so yeah, I think we're ready to go.
And not being a chain lock doesn't get rid of like the limit. It's voice of the chain master
Right, yeah,
invocation.
but you have to be a
Mhm.
chain lock to get that invocation.
But it doesn't come like for free.
Fantastic invocation.
Okay.
Mhm.
So, you guys set out at about 6 in the morning to head towards Fandolin, and as is tradition with these darn goats, they are still quite stubborn.
Mhm.
They kick if they were a child, you'd think they were throwing a tantrum. They are just half the time you guys trying to spend keeping them in line so they're not all like wonky, like weirdly walking wonky jagged lines where they're walking in different directions, trying to graze while they walk. There's a lot of coercing and cajoling that you guys have to do in order to get these goats to move.
Do we need to make an animal handling check for that?
You can if you'd like. You're gonna have to make another one here in a bit.
Oh, okay.
Because about halfway, I would say after about 6 or so hours of traveling, you guys finally make your way to the lower plains out of the hills. As you guys do that, everyone roll me a perception check. I
Yay,
gotta roll for Twitch.
perception.
So I'll take that.
Perception. Wow, this is +8.
Yeah, we're starting this out right.
Fantastic.
What do I have to roll?
Perception.
Sorry, okay.
But I've got a new dice on here because they gave one free to subscribers.
Nice.
Oh, you got the sanguine dice?
11.
Ooh.
Yes.
Okay.
I want to see what it does.
What
when I
dice
roll
is
it
it? I
20.
need to check that out.
Yeah, I need to
Sanguine.
do.
It's a nice one. It looks pretty good.
Okay, so where's my Discord? Okay, so we have.
I'm gonna look
That
at
seems to
that.
check out.
Wow, yeah, that definitely seems to check out. So as you guys are walking, Dre's, you are looking at the goats, and you notice that the goats seem to be moving perfectly. They don't seem to be having any issue whatsoever. They don't seem weirded out in the slightest whatsoever. And there doesn't seem to be a cloud in the sky, yet you're pretty certain the clouds are throwing shadows. Kiva, on the other hand, who is actually the only one who is going to be perceptive enough, well, I guess Twitch's passive perception is 18, so that's high enough.
Mine's 19.
Okay, well then, Jin, you would also recognize this. Kiva, Jin, and Twitch are going to see that despite there not being any clouds in the sky, there are in fact several shadows floating around around where you guys are at. And as you look up, you see 2 wyverns circling the herd. And as soon as you see them, almost at the same time, it must be, the goats also see them. and I need everyone to roll me an animal handling check.
Oh boy.
Oh boy, I'm so good at those.
So, Gabe, like
So
I
many
sent-
-1 bonuses.
Ooh!
Hang on.
I got a natural
Alen,
20.
Alen, what did you say?
like I sent off Edgar to, like look for the thing, right?
Okay, you will also need to roll me a perception check for Edgar then.
I like okay, hold on. I'm gonna make the animal handling check first.
Okay.
Another 11. Could be worse.
Okay. Well, much to my chagrin, you guys managed to save that roll, because of Jen's nat 20. Yeah. Basically, I was gonna have it so if anyone rolled below a 10, at least one section of the goats would break free of their restraints. Working together with Pinchwit, the 6 of you are able to maintain these animals calm and keeping them in a group. It seems the wyverns don't believe that this is a good course of a meal to have today. They circle for about 5 minutes trying to see if they can get anyone to split off, and after about 5 minutes of being able to maintain the calm on these goats that you're herding, they scurry off. They fly away in different directions, and
Cool.
you guys are able to continue on. I'm so sad. I was so hoping to have that fight.
We're not.
I never get aerial fights. I never get aerial fights. All right, so you guys
We
managed.
have the manticores.
Yeah, that's not an aerial fight. You had the dragon. That's about as aerial
Well,
as it
that
gets.
was on you.
Yeah, that one was.
So Ed rolled a 9.
He rolled a 9,
this
so
is
Edgar.
+1.
Yeah, Edgar's gonna search. Where specifically is he searching on this map? Is he going south, north, east, west, northeast, northwest?
Hold
Um,
on. Let me
I
look.
would say Kiva would try to assist in giving Alin a direction to send him in, like just
Okay, I
like
would listen to whatever she says.
before we set out, like trying to determine like tracks and things like that, what direction they had come from.
Okay. So the tracks would have kind of led you back, almost along the same path that you guys were taking, and then they just split off down towards the south, towards the mountains.
Oh, okay. All right.
Well, that's where I'd send him.
Okay. All right. Well, despite your best efforts here, Len, Edgar comes up empty-handed. He does follow the tracks for a good ways, and then as soon as it hits into the mountains, the tracks stop because, hard rock and tracks don't mix. So he's able to track it to the mountains, and on the map, I'll make a small little square here. We'll do fuchsia. He's able to make marking to about right there, and then he loses track of the tracks.
Okay. Cool.
And then you guys are able to walk the next 6 hours almost. Yeah. Probably 8 hours before you need to rest, which will actually get you closer to the other mark here, not that other one. So you guys will be here rather than the other one.
Okay.
And you guys make it there by 8 p.m. All the goats and
By the
everything are
time-
able to be tied up, and everyone is able to take a long rest. If you want to take a watch, let me know who's taking a watch. Twitch is going to volunteer, of course.
Kiva will volunteer again as well.
Okay.
By the long rest, I'd want to summon Ed back to me.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, you can do
I'd volunteer for. No, I wouldn't.
Yeah.
Kiva's volunteering for her normal morning watch.
Okay. It's very.
Jen could
Which she
volunteer
will
for
probably
the
be
first
spending the
watch.
entirety of as a giant owl.
Yeah. Jen was what?
Can volunteer for first watch.
Okay. So we'll get the same 3 watch in here. So yeah, Twitch will take the mid watch, and then Kiva will take the morning watch. And you guys go ahead and roll me a perception check.
Advantage for the
Oh.
giant owl.
Yeah, actually.
Okay.
Does it last the whole time? The whole
It's
2
wild
hours?
shape. It's up to 4 hours
Oh,
currently.
well, there you go. Okay.
We're getting a long rest now.
Even that one is a 10.
Yeah, you're able to get a long rest.
Woo.
Well, yeah, I'm gonna say yes. However, Jen, on your watch, you start to you start feeling a little uneasy. You start feeling like you see eyes in the shadows. I know it's open plain, but like even the smallest like rock and dark place, every time you look, you feel like you see eyes looking back at you, and it goes on that way for
I don't like that.
almost the full time until the very end. You think you start hearing like a
Oh, what?
can you not hear that?
Like a clicking noise.
Yeah, like a clicking, like a
Oh.
uh
Jen
Okay.
would wake the next person up.
Which would be Twitch.
yep. What do you say?
Hmm. Do you hear that clicking noise, or am I going insane?
I think you're going insane. I don't hear anything. Yeah, Twitch doesn't hear anything.
Yep, don't like this. I do not like this.
Not ones are
lizard.
fun. Ha.
Jen is just going to
Twitch is
wake
gonna
her up
like
and say, whatever, it's your turn.
okay, Twitch
It's
is
your
before
turn.
yeah, before you walk away, Twitch is gonna like tap you on the shoulder and just be like, "It's okay. Just get some rest."
Sound like Twitch.
You're being suspiciously. Fuck it, never mind.
On point. All
Yeah.
right, and then so Twitch and Kivo, both Twitch and Kivo don't spot anything crazy on their watch. They don't hear any noises. They don't see any eyes. It's a very restful and uneventful evening, and you guys wake up at I'm gonna say probably about 7. Kivo, what time would you start waking people up? Actually, let me just ask that.
Not too long after sunrise, so like
Okay.
5:36 ish.
Okay. Well, we'll say everyone wakes up at 6 then, because Kiva starts going
And,
around and waking people up.
Kiva would take a short rest while everybody is enjoying breakfast, so she gets that wild shape back.
Okay. I see you. All right. Okay. So you guys will end up leaving at about 7 then.
Okay.
Okay. So yeah, you guys are able to get yourself kind of in gear and ready. You guys feel like you're only maybe 5 miles from Fandolin. You guys are super close at this point, home stretch sort of deal. And yeah, let's go ahead. You guys all ready to head out towards Fandolin?
Yeah, I think so.
All right.
Sounds good.
Pinchwit's gonna be right in the middle of the pack. Who is leading and who is following up rear?
Jen could help lead.
I think Kiva's gonna stay towards the back just to make sure none of the goats start straggling or anything.
Okay. Okay, that works. So the lot of us, a lot of you guys, everyone roll me animal handling, pre animal handling check, and you guys begin making your way towards Fandolin, and it seems like it's gonna be another nice, beautiful day. Doesn't seem to be but a couple clouds in the sky, and you seem like it seems like it's gonna be just a lovely stroll through the open plains of Fandolin.
Why
to
can't I roll
Fandolin.
higher? 7.
I'm actually just trying to get all your low rolls out of the way, guys.
Great, that's awesome for me right now.
Yeah. Oh Jesus. I mean everyone except for Kiva. Kiva, I'm wasting your rolls.
Hey, I got
And
an 18.
yikes, and Twitch got a 3. All right, so you guys managed to, with a lot.
Dre's.
Oh, Dre's, animal handling, go.
1 second, 1 second. I didn't realize I was
Roll
going
high.
with that too. No.
I'm
Great.
still gonna say with the
Kiva and Jin.
mostly help of Kiva and Jin between the leader and the follower upper, Jin and Kiva, you guys are
Mhm.
able to maintain these animals in a semi-straight, somewhat most of the time, line, and go at a reasonable pace, and you guys find that you guys end up making your way to Fandolin at about 3 p.m. without any other issue whatsoever. And I just realized that I didn't have Fandolin on this owlbear. 1 second. Go figure, right?
Yep.
Every time I think I'm prepped, watch me not be able to find it. It's the old one too. Oh, there we go. Okay. Oh, okay, so I do have that. 1 second. You guys might remember this from the early days, before I did map making. Welcome to Fandolin again. Picture out of the book. Alright, so as a reminder to everyone, I'm going to actually draw a bit of a gray line here. Due to your help, the walls have been somewhat rebuilt. And as soon as I get these walls here. Alright, so the walls have been rebuilt, and there is now a very, very lovely amount of foliage as you come up from the Miners Trail is the area that you guys are coming up from. So you're coming up from the south, and as you guys come up from the south, you see what looks like, and I'm just going to do a whole bunch of small little trees, all sorts of trees and brush and foliage all over the
That all
place.
starts to pick up once we get within a mile of the town.
That'll yeah. So it'll be. I'm not gonna draw it all, but it was cast here, so it's gonna be all the way out to like 1 second. It'll be all the way out like around everywhere within the mile. So within the town, literally like everywhere. As you guys get closer, it basically looks like a forest has started to grow here in Fandolin. It's taken root and it's really started to.
Lots of trees springing up, but also like all the crops and everything.
Yep.
All of it. So
yeah. Everything seems to be just absolutely lovely. It's in full bloom right now. Everything looks absolutely gorgeous. And as you guys make your way up, you can see sunflower fields that are just 12-foot tall sunflowers, corn that's all of it is like full growth. Just everything looks to be in full splendor of druidic form here as you enter from the south side of Fandolin. And as you guys make your way into Fandolin, you definitely get a few looks, especially from the farmers from the south as you guys make your way up. And as you make your way into town, Pinchwit kind of comes up to you, Jin, as you guys are leading the goats, and just says, "Well, we need to go to Barthen's first. I know we're a little early, but we should still be able to make the sale today, actually. Then we don't have to worry about these goats anymore."
okay, all right.
That sounds like a good idea.
Okay. Where is it?
Jin would point towards it and say that way.
Okay.
Oh gosh, we gotta escort these goats right up through the middle of town.
Yep. Yeah, you get quite a few looks as you take 50 horse-sized goats through the center of Fandolin. And by the time you guys make your way to Barthen's, Pinchwit seems eager, a little eager, maybe a little too eager to get rid of these goats now. And as you guys make your way to Barthen, she looks back at you. Okay, just stay out here for one moment. Don't let them go anywhere. I gotta go seal the deal with Barthen, and I will be back with the contract, and then he can take them. She seems a little frustrated with these goats after the 4-day ordeal that you guys just went through.
Yep.
And so as you guys wait outside with these goats, you guys start to see quite a few familiar faces in town, people that you've seen and known, and you hear a familiar voice. Oh, what's going on here? And as you turn to look, Einar is coming over with what looks to be an assistant following him.
Einar!
Oh, welcome back. What brings you all back, and why are there 50 goats in my town?
We're
Escorting for
apparently
a
supposed to sell
deal.
them to Barthen.
Ah, that's normal. Everyone's speaking at the same time. Jin, what's going on?
We were hired to escort these to Barthen, who apparently is buying them.
Yes, actually, that does remind me. That was part of the bargain that had been struck recently. So that makes a lot of sense.
One moment. You said your town. Are you mayor now?
I am town master, yes.
Hell yeah!
Oh, boy.
Congratulations.
Okay.
Oh, thank you. It's been quite a while since I've seen you all. I hope that you all are doing well. Yes, I took over once Halia left, and it's been interesting for sure, but no regrets. I definitely do not regret giving up the life of adventuring. This is by far much more rewarding.
To each their own.
I hope I'm doing him
That
justice
works.
here.
It works. Yep.
And so by this time, you guys have exchanged a bit of pleasantries. It's been about 5 or 10 minutes. I imagine you guys all kind of go around and talk to Einar for a bit while watching the goats and everything. And you hear like a ding-ding-ding as Pinchwit exits Barthen's store with a large sheet of paper in her tiny hands, and looks over at you and, okay, it's done. We can bring the goats around back, and Barthen can take everything over from here. And Einar looks over. Yeah, Einar looks over at Pinchwit. Ah, you must be Pinchwit, yes? Yes. Welcome to Fandolin. I know you haven't been here before, but welcome all the same. We appreciate the deal that you have, that Leland has been able to strike here, and it will be profitable for everyone involved. So, for everyone in the group, Einar seems a little bit different. He's much more business-oriented than you remember him being. But
People change.
basically, it's been about a year since you guys have been here. He's had to take over for the town, and he's had to kind of step up into that sort of role. So he's taken it in stride, and he seems to be doing quite well. And so as the two of them finish up their little dealings, she brings the contract over to him. He does his little town master signature on it to make sure that the deal's all said and done. And they get a few helpers from Barthen's to start walking the goats around back to start lining them up. And there's kind of like an awkward glances from everyone as you guys are like looking back and forth at Einar, and who's not saying anything. He's just kind of like looking back and forth at you guys and back at Pinchwit. And feel free to stay at the inn, and I hope to see you guys around. I unfortunately have other business I need to attend to. I'm sure I'll see you around.
Completely.
Well, Einar, I know this may not be the best time, but when you have a free moment, I have something to give you. I don't think you'd want it right here, though.
Eva's gonna speak up. You might not want it at all, but yeah.
He. Oh, you guys are gonna love this. He's gonna do one of these. Is it another contract?
What? Another?
Yes, another.
Why would you?
Bring it by my house later. I will take a look, and I'm sure.
Where do you live?
I'm sure. Oh, where the old town master used to live. You remember, down the south side of town, right in the center, kind of just south of Stonehill.
I don't know. Like, someone will have to show me. I don't remember.
If you're looking at the map, it's.
No, I remember.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah. So he just says, yeah, bring it by his house later. Since you don't remember, the town master's house was actually next to the town master hall, which was just south of that. Oh, I circled the wrong thing. It's actually on the freaking map. Ugh, God. This one, not that one. Okay, so he bids you all farewell, and you guys are here in Leland. It's about 3:30 by this time. Still well in the afternoon, and there's a small crowd of people who are like gawking at these this herd of large goats traveling through Fandolin. Just as they're like walking around, you see a few like kids and stuff pointing at them, like, "Who? What's that?" That sort of stuff. But for the most part, it's just as quiet and boring as you remember.
All right.
What would you all like to do?
Okay, so we've
Jin
delivered.
would, as they're walking.
Okay.
Sorry.
We're gonna get this right, guys. We're gonna get it. Hold on. Where's my thing here?
What'd you do with the list?
Yeah.
Where'd the list go?
Actually, where did the list go? Okay, I gotta repen that. Squirt. Let's start with Squirt. Squirt, what are you doing?
Did Einar walk away?
Einar is walking away if no one's stopping him.
Okay.
I would.
Squirt's gonna go low 5. Get it? Because I'm so much shorter than you.
Yeah. He's definitely gonna accept that low 5 for sure. It's been a while since he's seen you, and you guys definitely got along well. Oh man. Anything else?
Nope.
Okay. All right. Who's next on this? Dre's, what are you doing?
If we're gonna be in the city or in the town for a little bit of time, I want to go find our buddy that I can never say his name right.
Oh gosh.
Oh, Femoris.
Yeah,
Femoris.
there it is.
Yeah. Oh, the one chink in my armor. Excellent. Thank you for that. All right. Yeah, so you're gonna attempt to go do that. What is everyone else doing? Let's just go through the list. Lynn?
I forgot what is in the town.
Are you able to look at Owlbear?
Hold on, it's loading.
Okay. You have the Shrine of Luck, the Lion Shield Coster, which is the Smith, Fandolin Miners Exchange, the Townmaster's Hall, the Townmaster's House, Stonehill Inn, Barthen's Provisions, and your library.
I think I'd like to check on the library, and if it doesn't look like actively ransacked, I'd probably go to the Stonehill Inn.
Okay. No, it definitely doesn't. It's definitely not going to look actively ransacked. Wow. Okay, let's try that again. Okay, so Dre's is going to Femoris. You're going to the library. What is everyone else doing?
Just to check on it.
Yeah,
and then
I gotcha.
I'd go to the Stonehill Inn.
I gotcha. Fill that in. It's no longer.
Jin actually wants to talk to Einar real quick.
Oh, okay. All right. So you'd stop Einar, and what would you say?
And I feel like there's a delay.
Yeah, there might be. Go ahead.
This is bugging me. Um, I'm talking. It's just delaying.
Hello?
Are you still there?
Again?
Nope. I guess not. Well, Twitch is going to probably stick close to Kiva, at least for a little bit, and then probably head to Stonehill for a bit.
Okay. Well, in that case, Kiva was gonna mention, presumably to Twitch at this point, should we go pick up
Hello?
those vials from the shrine?
Oh, yeah.
Hey, we can
Hey.
hear you this time.
Yeah, we can hear you.
And it's still a delay. I don't know what's going on. It's just like 3 or 4 seconds behind
Wow.
what I'm saying.
That's weird.
Is that your router, maybe?
Yeah, it was happening in my last game too.
That's weird.
What? What'd you say, Corey?
Reset your router, maybe?
Yeah, you could try
Maybe.
to reboot it. See if that works. Just turn it off and on again.
Okay.
Turn it on and off again?
Yeah, we'll see you in a few minutes.
Yep.
Okay. All right. So you're gonna suggest going to the shrine.
Right. To get
Okay.
those the vials of holy water.
Okay. Oh, right. Yeah, we do need to get that. And I feel like I
Might
need.
as well get all the business handled first, so.
Yeah, and I feel like I
Hello?
need to. Hey,
Hey.
Oh,
Hey.
cool. It's not lagging.
cool.
Hey, alright.
I
Alright.
just reset
Alright, so what do
the
you-
Discord settings.
So what do you say to Einar?
Has there been any news about the disappearance and attack since we
Oh.
last saw you?
Well, unfortunately, no. We did quite a bit of investigating, and we found tracks leading out of town, but that was basically as much information. Oh, no, we also did find that Halia was part of the Zentarum. That was interesting news for sure. Uh, but really, we didn't find anything pointing towards anyone. There were tracks from her house that led south towards the miners' exchange, but we spoke to everyone there, and no one said they saw anything.
All
Uh,
right.
and
Well,
we went through her house and we looked high and low as much as we could. We did find a few pieces of pretty damning evidence linking her to the Zentarum, and a few drops of blood, but we weren't able to link that to anyone. So, unfortunately, there was no evidence of anything that we could find.
all right. Well, has anyone else been targeted since? Is everyone okay?
Yeah, well, outside of a few minor brawls, and we have had a couple attacks in the recent months. It's been pretty calm here for the most part.
Well, that's good to know. And Jin will probably just be chit-chatting with him.
Okay.
Uh,
Remind me, was he with you guys when you discovered Talos the first time? Was he with you when you guys discovered any of the Talos symbols?
yeah.
I think he was, yeah.
He was, because that was.
I think so.
He left the party before you guys fought the dragon. That's why I'm asking.
Yeah.
I think we discovered some Talos worshippers before we faced the dragon. Yeah.
But did you
We-
realize
we-
that they were Talos worshippers and not just shape changers into boars? That's what I see.
Well,
That's what I
we-
don't
we-
remember.
We went to that house
think
in
the
the
only-
woods
Yeah, we
the
went to the
first time I
house.
know. And we saw the
Yeah, but
symbol of Talos.
Right.
I
but
don't
you
think we
wouldn't-
knew that's what it was at the time, though.
Correct.
I don't know.
And you guys didn't. Yeah, at the
We just knew it
time.
was a storm cult.
Yep. Okay. So when you bring up attacks, he's gonna or when you bring up what's been going on, he's gonna say that they've been attacked a couple times, and they've had strange symbols on their bodies. The few that have attacked, most of it's just been able to be kind of like brushed aside. It was like one or two people just checking out probably the strength of the town. And he's gonna say with Femoris here, we've been pretty safe for the last year, with the beetle tank and everything else that's Femoris has been able to work up. It's most people that come here, unless they come in large groups, aren't gonna really do well.
They have a paladin for town master.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
Yeah. So basically, he's going to tell you that there were they found a few markings, and he's going to describe the symbols of Talos that you guys now know. And as far as attacks, there really haven't been any attacks. There was a couple he felt like they were probing attacks, but nothing really has happened to the town since, and it was months ago. And so he's going to walk back to his house. Jen, do you talk to him all the way back to his house?
No, as he leaves, Jen will just say, "I'll see you later. Bye."
Yep. Bye. It was good seeing you guys again. I'm sure I'll see you around town. It's not a very big town, so I'm sure I'll see you guys later. And with that, I guess everyone break. So Dre's is gonna go to Femoris. Alin's gonna go to the library. Kiva and Twitch are gonna go to the Shrine of Luck to go get the holy water vials. And Jin and Squirt, what are the two of you doing? We'll start with
Jen's
Squirt.
gonna
Wait,
go
wait,
by.
We're gonna start with Squirt.
Okay.
I'll go to the Shrine of Luck.
Okay. All right. Go ahead, Jen.
Jen's gonna go buy some flammable alcohol.
All of a sudden, all of the monsters are immune to flame. Okay, so so you go to the Stonehill Inn then,
Yeah.
or Barthen's.
I'm there.
Which of those two places are you going?
Probably Stonehill Inn, cause Jen's not sure if Barthen has forgiven them yet for, giving away that bell.
Giving away the bell. Oh yeah, man.
Yeah.
That's someone else.
That's taking it back. Yeah. All right. So you go to Stonehill. All right. So we're gonna start with Dre's. Dre's, you make your way to Stonehill, or just past Stonehill, and I'm gonna see if I can. There we go. Make you tiny. There we go. To go see Femoris, who you can never remember his name. So you walk to where you guys remember the armory being, and you walk up and knock. I'm assuming. Maybe not put the words in your mouth. You walk up to the armory and the door is closed, and you kind of hear like a shing, shing, shing.
Of course, he's sharp.
Coming from the inside.
Oh yeah. I'll to knock on it as well. Being
Robot.
Say it one more time, Dre's.
how's it going?
Yeah.
Am I good now?
Yeah, you're good.
I'll knock on the door and have Kelton in front of me.
Okay. You knock on the
How
door.
tall?
And about maybe less than 30 seconds. It's not too long of a wait. A little bit of wait, and the door just kind of opens up, and you see the familiar face of Femoris holding a short sword in his hand. And just his eyes go wide, and Trays, hey, nice to see you again. What are you doing here?
We had contract work, and we're here now. Brought a buddy over if you need some help sharpening stuff.
Oh God. Yeah, sure. He's not gonna stay here over the night though, right?
Uh,
Apparently he still remembers the
nah.
one night where he didn't get any sleep because he was sharpening stuff all night.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And I would sit there like, does the town still not like my practices?
Well, let's just say the town is under new management, and new management is much more lenient on certain things.
Fair, our buddy. So I guess he can stick with me, but we'll help out while we're here.
Well, good.
And
We
by
have
we, I mean him.
I assumed as much. It's really good to have you here. It's perfect timing, actually. We have a few new recruits. Can you believe it? That need some swords sharpened, and so yeah, that would be perfect if he could stay here and just sharpen throughout the rest of the day, and then take him with you, please, when you go, and it'll be perfect when the new recruits get here with sharpened swords. It'll be great.
Out of character, did the beetle tank get destroyed?
No, it did not. It's just not where you're at
Ah,
right now.
Okay, in character. How's the beetle tank? How's that marvelous piece of work?
Oh, I'm so glad you asked. That thing is a work of art now. I've got that thing working so well. I even had we had a few tinkerers, a few gnomes here coming from would you believe it, Nomengard. That they just stopped by and they
Hey,
uh-huh.
what?
Yep. And they just stopped by for a bit of time, and they took note of the beetle tank and just remarked of how ingenious it was and offered to improve upon it. And I was like, well, sure, why not? So yeah, the beetle tank is great. And so he kind of goes on to describe what this beetle tank now is. It's like a legit tank. It's not like the round sort of wheels. It's like the tank tracks, the tank treads.
Oh
And
boy.
the little barrel now is it's got two side shooters. It's like two seats on either side on the outside that someone can sit in and shoot like crossbow bolts out of that as well, alongside the crossbow on the top. So really, the beetle tank is now a four-person like battle unit,
Nice.
which makes a whole Dre's that makes a whole lot more sense to you now that you have heard that Einar said that he was able to defend the town with just the beetle tank.
Yeah.
It makes a whole
Right.
lot more sense now.
So, for Morris, you said Nomengrad. Uh, did they like when we left? We were over in that area. Like out of character, we were over in that area, right?
Yeah.
That was where we.
That's like the one of
Yeah,
the first places you guys went, and they sealed themselves in.
yeah,
Yep.
right. Did, did they say anything? Because last when we left, they caved. Like they were going to be out in the our world. Like they caved themselves in.
Well, it didn't really come up, but they kind of alluded to the fact that they didn't really like being caved in. They didn't really like being sealed away. And when they unsealed themselves, they found that there was no longer a dragon, and there was no real reason to continue to be sealed. So they left it unsealed, and they've been they've been stopping by from time to time. I'm sure you'll see some around eventually.
Well, that's good of them. I'm glad they haven't cut themselves off completely. Now, honestly, I was thinking about that the other day because I was like, man, I remember getting a book from them, but did I keep the book? And
You
I don't remember
did.
what I learned.
The Book of Wizardry is yeah, the Hat of Wizardry and the book. It's a wizard's book with a bunch of spells in it.
Yeah, but I
You
don't
gave
remember
it to
what
the
I
town
learned from
master.
it. Ah,
Yeah, you gave it to the original town master. Then you got it back and you were able to learn spells out of it, but they weren't very useful spells to you apparently.
Okay,
Okay.
that must be the case then.
So
Well,
at this
I'm
point, yeah, go ahead.
no, go ahead. I was
Well, I was
just
gonna
gonna try to continue things.
Yeah, go for it. I was gonna say he's like
Uh,
aimlessly staring off if you're not talking to him.
oh yeah, it would be like, well, I'm happy that your everything's good. Uh, I'm going to let him, Kelton do his thing for a little bit, and I will come collect him a little bit in a while, and see. I'm going to go off and maybe shop while I'm here.
Ah, sounds good. Lots of. Oh no, there's not. There's a couple shops, but you know them all.
Yeah, but it's been over a year, so who knows what's been restocked and redone.
True. I will tell you, nothing's changed.
Well,
But feel free to look. It's you haven't been here in a while. Maybe things have changed for you. Seems the same to me.
yeah, see, that makes sense. Who knows? There might be something. Plus, maybe I can find me a new bottle. And I look at my arm, it's like my bottle blew up. Well, it dissolved, but it blew up.
He just kind of looks at you and just like, yikes, that's rough.
Yeah,
So
understatement.
I'm gonna go do this thing over here. He seems a little weirded out
Okay.
now that you showed him your arm.
Right. And I'm just hoping I hear in the background just Kelton go shing,
Oh,
shing,
absolutely.
shing.
Yeah, if you told him to do that, he's already like shing, 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 shing.
And I also tell him, it's like, also listen to Femoris. If he tells you to do something, then, within reason, then do it.
He for the first time ever, without you telling Kelton, he's gonna look at you and salute you, and then go back to what he's doing.
Yes!
All right. So, we're gonna flip over to Alen here. Alen, you go to the library, and as you make your way up, the doors actually look pretty solid, and the path actually leading to the library actually looks pretty well worn. There's deep divots in
Nice.
this road where it looks like people have been walking regularly, and actually, as you walk up to it, the door opens and a small halfling heads out with a book in her hand, not
Do I
even looking
recognize
at
this
you. And I
person?
need you to make me a dexterity saving throw as she's about to walk into you.
Hold
It
on.
should be a pretty easy.
You underestimate how bad I am at dexterity.
I mean, don't roll below a 5.
I rolled a natural 1, and I have a negative dex.
So I'm gonna say, as you go to pull the door open, the door swings open, and
Hits
you
me
pull
in the
your
face.
hand back just in time not to be like get your fingers jammed. However, the person who pushed the door open isn't looking forward at all. They're the nose deep in a book, and they
Nose
run
in the book.
straight into your stomach. And the both of you get
Hello?
knocked.
Gabe, you went silent.
I think
No.
we lost Gabe.
Oh, son of a. Ugh, that's annoying.
There we
All
go.
right.
Okay.
All right. I don't know why it does that. So you go to open the door, and before you get your fingers jammed, you are able to pull your hand back. However, you see that the person who opened the door, a small halfling woman, is not paying attention. She's nose deep in a book, and she walks right into your stomach, and the both of you fall to the ground prone. Oh, ow, ow! Oh, sorry. It was
Ow.
just a really good book.
Oh, yeah, what are you reading?
Oh, it's Beyond Here Be Dragons.
I did
Beyond
not hear what you
what?
said.
Beyond Here Be Dragons.
Oh.
Oh, sounds cool.
Yeah, it's really interesting. Apparently it's about Cryovian. And she's like apparently someone wrote a book about the white dragon, and uh, apparently,
Who wrote a book about it?
yeah.
Like, is it those assholes who sold this out?
Oh, probably. You know, they're making a good book deal. But yeah, that's what she says. Yeah, Beyond Here Be Dragons is a really good book. Sorry for knocking you over.
Yeah, I'll get back up.
Have a good day. Bye.
Yeah, you too.
And as you go in, you see that there are like 3 or 4 people kind of looking over, and Alin, to your astoundment, I would assume, these books have been stocked. The library that was so tentatively called a library before you guys left is actually quite a big library now. The whole mansion has actually been walls have been knocked out, and the whole walls, all the way to the back, are lined with books from top to bottom, 2 stories, with sliding ladders that go all the way from one side to another. And you can see there are several people in reading right now. There's a nice nook place to read.
Awesome.
And there are just hundreds and hundreds of books now.
I am thrilled, and I'm gonna go.
You're gonna go where? What are you doing?
I'm gonna where I said I'm going to the tavern.
You're going to the tower?
I'm going to Stonehill Inn.
Stonehill. Okay, sorry. Okay, I did not hear that. All of the 3 times I'm sure you said that. Okay, so you go back to the Stonehill Inn. So you like walk in, you're like, that is awesome, and then walk out and head to Stonehill Inn? Question mark?
Julia.
What?
I said you walk in and you're like, oh, that's really cool, and then you walk out and head towards Stonehill Inn?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah. That's kind of my
cool.
plan the whole time.
Gotcha. All right. So, cutting back over to the Shrine of Luck, where we have Squirt, Twitch, and Kiva. And as you guys make your way over to, and you would have seen this as you walked in, it's no longer a small shrine. It's definitely a much more building-esque shrine. It's now completely covered in growth. Vines have now run up the building and over the roof, and it's in full bloom, like a truss of flowers around the front of this shrine. And as you make your way inside, you can see that there is a flower burning. Wow, a candle burning, a couple candles burning, and the shrine is
It's a candle with flowers on it.
yeah. There is a single person in this shrine, a small. Hold on. Oh, where's my notes here? Oh. Why? Okay, hold on. Good Lord. All right. One second. Sorry, I gotta find this thing here. Well, that's not helpful.
What are you looking for?
What? Oh, give me a second. I'm just gonna find it here. I know the person's name. Or not.
Isn't it Mr. Gurel?
No, it's not Sister Gurel. You find someone else, to your surprise.
Okay.
And... Nope. Good God, I'm having a tough time with this today.
Names are always hard.
No, it's Valine, but you wouldn't know that yet, and I'm trying to find the description of her. And... Okay, so I'm just going to describe her, and she will change when I finally find her.
Okay.
So you find a small dragonborn. smaller than normal, but about the normal size. And she's a red dragonborn, and as
Not
you
marigold small.
no, not marigold small, not
Okay.
like halfling small. She's about 5.5 feet, just smaller than average, I guess 5 feet. Not small, but like smaller.
Mhm.
Uh,
Okay.
and as you
Smaller
make
than
your way in,
normal.
yeah, as you make your way inside, you see a 5 foot tall red dragonborn. Seems to be tending to the shrine here as you make your way inside, and as you make your way, she turns around. Oh, hi! Well, welcome to the Shrine of Timora. Are you here to make an offering?
Actually, we're here to pick up something. We were told to pick up 10 vials of holy water from here for the town of Leland.
Oh my, you're early. Okay. One second. And
Yeah,
you
we
see,
made really good time on the trip.
yeah, you see, as soon as she says 1 second, she like scurries off, and she comes back in just a moment with uh, 10 a little satchel, and you can hear like the jingling of glass inside. Here you go. The 10 vials of holy water. Uh, make me a perception check.
Okay. First things first, Kiva's gonna look at the bag of glass vials, kind of leerily.
It's like a gold pouch. It's
Okay.
not like loose, so they're really jingling around, but you could hear them clink.
Okay. Okay. She'd still feel better with like a wooden box case type thing.
Well, you're welcome to do whatever you want, but
Yeah.
that's where they
Uh-huh.
put them.
All right.
Man, not rolling well today. Squirt, can you roll me a perception check since you're there as well?
Yeah.
And, okay, you did roll for Twitch. Okay.
Oh man.
Boy.
Ooh.
It's a little distracted.
Yeah, Squirt, as she brings the satchel over, you kind of notice that the flame is flickering, and there's a nice looks like a dancing shadow on the wall, and you're just like mesmerized by what this shadow looks like dancing on the wall, just like whoosh 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 whoosh, just back and forth on the wall. And as as the Dragonborn comes back with the vials, oh, here you go. Kiva, you notice a small hairpin in her. See, this is how I know she wasn't a Dragonborn. I don't remember. Yeah, I don't remember what she is, but remember she's small. So we'll say not Dragonborn because she has hair.
Dragonborns can have hair.
They look weird with
They're
it.
not like
Yeah.
actual hair.
Yeah, they'd look really weird with it. Anyway, so some sort of humanoid that has hair, and as soon as I find her, I'll fix the
You
race.
can always make it up and then just keep it that way.
But then I have to
I
take
do that
notes
so
of it.
much.
But then I have to take notes of it. Oh,
We'll hold you
you know
to
what?
it.
You know what? Hold on. I think I'm being dumb about this. Or not. Never mind. I could have sworn. Oh, I do have the updated map. Gosh. Alright, well, I found it now. Alright, well, apparently I don't have it. God, that's annoying. Alright, 1 second. I've got to actually find this. It's gonna drive me freaking nuts. Whatever. She is I'm just gonna say a human female, roughly 5 feet tall, and in her golden blonde hair, you see a dark hairpin, and you've seen this sort of hairpin before.
Does it match the one that she still has in her inventory?
It does.
Oh boy. Okay. All right.
So, Talos,
So it's a lightning bolt, right?
Yeah, it's 3 lightning bolts coming together. Yeah, it's whatever description you have in there is what this looks
Well,
like.
yeah, the only thing I have for it is lightning bolt hairpin.
Yeah,
So
I'm pretty sure it was supposed to be 3 lightning bolts, but it's
okay,
neither here nor there.
cool. All right. Making note of that, but not saying anything yet.
Okay. Okay. Well, is there anything else I can help you? Actually, would oh God, this is why I hate playing other characters. Before that happens, do you remind me? Does Twitch know about that?
Actually, probably, yeah, because I'm pretty sure Kiva like presented the hairpin at some point when she found it.
Okay. Then going along with what Twitch would probably do, um, that's a
That's a nice
lovely hair.
hairpin.
Yeah, that's a lovely hairpin. Where did you get it?
Yeah, that sounds like Twitch.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it was given to me by a good friend of mine, and it holds my hair up great, and I really love the way it looks.
Insight check.
Yep, yep, go for it. Squirt, you can also make this if you'd like.
Okay.
Insight check.
Oh man.
Not great.
Uh,
Not the
well,
best.
well,
Better than Twitch though.
yeah, it's better than Twitch. Um, Twitch is gonna be like,
Thanks, Court.
Twitch is gonna kind of like look over at you and like, well, yeah, it is pretty nice on her, isn't it? And you and Squirt, because both of you would know what that pin actually means and actually stands for. I'm giving
At this
you like
point,
the
yeah.
benefit of the doubt. Yeah, she's definitely hiding something. She's really good at it. Like if you didn't know any better, it would be something that she just seems to really like. But because you know better, you know what that is. You
Mhm.
kind of pick up on the fact that she is being a little nonchalant about her accessory here.
Okay. All right. Uh, telepathically to Twitch, she's lying. There's more to it than just liking the pin.
You're gonna hear a sigh in your head, just like, do we have to fight her though?
I'm not saying fight her right now. I'm just saying we need to be aware.
This is gonna come back to bite us if we don't though.
Let's at least wait and get back with the group and let everybody know.
Okay. I'm just gonna say it now. I told you so.
Okay. But by the way, what happened to Sister Garail? Wasn't she the one that was caretaking here?
Oh, yes, she had to run off to, where was it? Oh, Neverwinter. Yeah, she had to run off to Neverwinter because she had to, she said take care of some business? I don't know.
Insight
She
check
was,
again.
yeah, you can absolutely roll another one if you'd like. I'll roll for Twitch here. She seems to be telling the truth on this one.
Okay.
It seems that she did actually have to run off for business. And as you Neverwinter, I think, yeah, Neverwinter. She had to run off for and she put air quotes around business. She wouldn't tell me what, but she said to keep tabs on the like not tabs, but you know what I mean. To keep an eye on the shrine and make sure people are still given and everything as the Shrine of Luck goes. You know how that goes, right? And she kind of like gives you a wink.
Hmm. Okay. Well, thank you for the vials. We'll make sure these get back to Leland. Appreciate your time.
Okay. Well, I hope to see you later.
Probably at some point. I'm not sure how long we'll be in town for, but we'll probably stop by again.
Okay. Well, I'm sure I'll see you around town. It's a small town. I'm sure I'll see you later.
Yeah. At that point, Kiva's kind of like, okay, let's go find the others.
Twitch is gonna roll an insight check because Twitch.
Right.
Twitch being twitchy.
Yeah. Let me roll.
Is this regard to the how persistent she is about I'll see you later?
Uh-huh.
Gotcha.
Yeah, Twitch is gonna telepathically tell you, I think she's gonna come find us when we're not expecting it.
That wouldn't surprise me at this point. That's kind of another reason why I want to go find the others as soon as possible.
Okay, well, I'm gonna keep eyes on her as we leave.
Okay.
And you see Twitch kind of like turn around and just watch us, like walking backwards almost as you guys make your way out, watching her.
That's not suspicious at
Mm-mm,
all.
mm-mm.
That's what I
Well,
was thinking.
just kind of like not like actually walking backwards, but doing like a double, triple take, just making sure like, if you ever get like a weird feeling about someone, you walk past them, you look back a couple times just to make sure they're
Yeah.
not like following you. That's
Right.
what
It
she's
also
doing.
cues them off.
Right.
Okay.
So
Again, when Jin finds out about this, another case of, oh my god, aren't you supposed to be a fellow rogue? Where's your subtlety?
I feel like I'm doing Twitch pretty good justice tonight. I hope she's happy.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay,
man.
so probably heading for the inn since it sounded like that's the general area where a lot of people were headed when we all split up. So
Okay.
because I know Dre's was headed to see Femoris, which is right there. Lynn mentioned heading back to the inn after checking on the library. Not sure, and I don't think she heard where Ian was headed.
Yeah, Jen was getting alcohol.
Mm.
So
Mhm.
Jen's getting alcohol, which is at
Yeah,
Stonehill.
yeah.
Each other. We're both in the inn.
Back to the inn.
Yeah, everyone's headed back to the inn, I believe. Dre's, where do you head after Femoris?
I was gonna go to the shop to see if I can find me a new bottle.
Ah, okay.
But
as-
if there are no new bottles, then I would go back to the inn.
okay.
The inn is also not a terrible place to find a bottle.
Twitch is actually gonna separate off from you and Squirt Kiva, and she's
Okay.
gonna head down to the Lion Shield Coster. I'm texting her separately.
Oh, okay. All right.
And as you make your way, as Twitch makes her way down south through town and makes her way to the Lion Shield Coster, she goes inside and talks to Lenine that she hadn't seen in a while. She's the one who made the sword, if you remember. So they kind of shoot the breeze a little bit. She pulls out the sword and like, hey, you can make me a better sheath, right? Now that it's never mind. She already did that. Never mind. All right. So she's going there. Yeah. She shows the Iceborne and how it's like super glowy now and like super cool. Just showing it off. And as she does that for a bit, and then she pulls out the iron bands Bilaro that had broken and she had taken with, and gives it out, and she goes, so do you think you can fix this? And Lenine looks back at her. Well, maybe. I don't know. I can certainly try, but yeah. If you leave it with me, I'll see if I can fix it, and I'll tell you what the cost is if I can fix it. And Twitch is gonna leave it with her because it's useless otherwise. So yeah, so Twitch is gonna go there, and then she's gonna head to the Stonehill Inn.
Cool.
All right, you guys make your way into the Stonehill Inn, where you see Toblin Stonehill still standing behind the bar as you remember him. There are more than a few very very, very clear signage for no magic in the facility here. Apparently, you guys were not the only ones to do it, and he's very clear now about the no magic inside of this Stonehill Inn.
Does he give dirty looks at us as we walk in?
No, he's pretty amiable as you guys enter. Hey, welcome back here as a Fandolin. It's so good to see you guys again. It's been an age, hasn't it? You guys want any drinks or anything? And he gives you guys the first round for free.
Jin would absolutely take him up on that.
Yeah.
I'd prefer
and-
shoes personally.
He'll give you first round of whatever you want to drink for free.
Cool. Yep. Kiva's gonna get some honey mead.
Sounds beautiful.
Jin might actually go for the same.
Whiskey.
Woo!
Ray's does sound like a whiskey person.
Yeah, he does.
Mhm.
And so you guys get your table, and you are able to sit around a nice table where there's a few patrons inside, just kind of chilling and minding their own business. And you guys, it's by this time it's probably closer to 5 p.m.
Okay.
Sun started to go down. People are started to. Those that are staying at Stonehill are starting to get their dinner ordered and getting, starting to get ready for the evening.
All right. So Kiva, while waiting for Twitch to rejoin everybody, is going to call like the rest of the group together at one of the tables.
Okay.
And she's going to pull her own hairpin out of the bag and ask the group, "Do you guys remember when I showed you this?"
Yes, that
yes,
was
why?
a night that is hard for me to forget.
That's fair. Yeah. Well, the current caretaker of the Shrine of Luck is wearing one of these.
What?
Well, shit.
Yeah,
Well, that's
Twitch and I
bad.
both spotted it while we were there picking up the vials. And I don't know. She said it was just a case of she likes it, it was given to her by a friend and she likes how it looks. I don't think that's exactly what it was. I got some vibes that she was hiding something.
You definitely didn't tip her off to the fact that you knew, though, did you?
I mean, we didn't expressly mention anything about what we know about it. No. We
Could
just made
do
a
some
comment about it.
snooping.
Specifically, Twitch complimented her on it. So,
Ah.
All right, I'm back. What did I miss?
unless she's a particularly suspicious person, I don't think it would necessarily have been construed as us knowing anything in particular about it.
Alright. Jin is going to ask if he can just examine the pen while he's thinking.
Yeah, Kiva would hand it over.
So do you
Also,
think
Kiva
this
is
might
going to
have...
go ahead and pull out those vials and like try to see if she can examine them in some way, if she feels like they're actually holy water or if it's just water. I don't
Okay.
know if you could actually do that.
You roll me a religion check.
This is probably not going to be good. Yeah. Average. Decidedly average.
You're not really able to tell one way or another if that
Okay.
is in fact what you think it is.
Uh-huh. I
If
don't
he's
think I
showing
have
us, I would check as well.
detect magic or anything like that.
Yeah.
Oh, I do have detect magic
Yeah,
prepared.
you can. Yeah, you can check. You can also cast detect magic.
I'm trying to decide if that would actually help.
Tech magic isn't ritual, is it?
It is, yes.
I don't know if I even. There it is.
But it might not
Yeah,
be the best thing to ritual cast that here.
That's true.
or even
Well,
regularly
we're
cast it. Because it does have verbal and somatic components. Barthen would not be
Well,
happy with Barthen.
we'll wait on that aspect, but fuck, I cannot roll anything above a 5 apparently today.
What do you need that for? All right, so with a 12, you're able to determine that it may or may not be holy water.
Ugh.
I know, it's super helpful. I did find the person, by the way, in case you're wondering.
Oh, okay.
Where is
Veline.
for there?
Veline.
Veline.
Firecrow.
Okay.
Is bugging the crap out of me.
So what does she look like?
I still actually haven't found the description of her yet.
You
I know,
found the
right?
name.
These books are super helpful sometimes.
That's why I always read front to back before
Okay.
starting a module, and I have a name list.
Jen.
Okay. The reason I can't find her is because I put her in the wrong place because I didn't remember where she was. But that's fine. She's there now. So she is a red-haired elf.
Okay.
Got it.
Okay. She's a red-haired elf. All right, found her. Cool. That makes me feel better. And she was supposed to be in. She was supposed to be at Lanine's, which is why I couldn't find her when I was looking for her in the Shrine of Luck.
Okay. Cool.
All right. So, yeah, you guys are having this discussion, and you kind of, those of you with high enough passive perception, every time you like look around, you see Toblin like looking in your general direction, like giving you an eye, as if he expects you to cast magic, and he's just waiting for you guys to cast some sort of magic.
I don't know why he hates it so much. He gets paid so well for it.
Mm-hmm.
So
Oh.
out of character, Gabe.
Yeah.
Passive intelligence investigation. What would that like be helpful for? Because I have a 17 in passive intelligence.
So, passive investigation is when let's say you're kind of like looking for something, but you're not looking for anything specific. Like, here's a good example. So when Jen was, and let's use Einar. Einar was trying to investigate, looking through what's her face's house, Halia's house. Passive investigation would have been like if he was looking for something specific but didn't see it, but he caught sight of something else over in his periphery that is part of his investigation. That's like, oh, hang on, that's really interesting. That goes with it, that sort of deal. Something that it's kind of like you're investigating something, and you see something else along those same lines, but not in the same place that you're looking, if that makes more sense.
Okay, so if I ever roll investigation, that would take into account.
Absolutely. In fact, if you have a higher passive investigation, perception, or insight, I think's the other one.
Yep.
Please tell me that, because I will take that passive one. In most circumstances, I'll take the passive one over that. Another good example of the investigation, let's say you're looking for a secret switch on a wall, and you roll like a 2. The passive investigation would, we would take that, and that would, that's a 17's pretty high.
Yeah, exactly. I just saw that. I was like, holy shit, I never realized how high that was.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you guys are having this conversation in the bar, and it seems like most everyone is kind of ignoring you. A few people are like pointing in your directions. A couple people wave, like smiling at you. They seem to remember
Which
you.
hasn't shown back up yet. Kiva's going to use the telepathic link that she's still got with her and ask for an update.
Oh,
How are
I'm
you
sorry.
doing?
Sorry, if you're waiting for her, yeah, Twitch would have arrived by now.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
In the
sorry.
meantime, could Jin have purchased the alcohol and see how much he could get?
Yeah, go ahead and ask Toblin.
Alright, Jin would go up and say, do you have any really strong, like, vodka level alcohol on you, by chance?
Oh wait, sorry. Yes. I do have some. It's a bit more pricey, but what are you looking for it for?
Jin smiles and says, I found a way to make them go boom at people that I don't like.
Oh, it doesn't even have to taste good. Hold on.
Oh no.
I got one for
Although I
you.
would like a few that taste good as well, of course. But I want a few to use for disinfectant, and to set things on fire.
Well,
Very good for that.
he looks confused for a moment. Well, why don't you just go to Barthen's for the disinfectant? I don't know why. He's like really confused. Why would you use alcohol?
Well, that's more a split second thing. There was an event that happened.
If you say
Mostly
so.
I'm looking for them for boom.
All right. Well, I have just the thing here. One second, and he like pulls this bottle out and like on the table. This right here will burn a man's gullet before he can even finish swallowing it. I guarantee you, this thing will burn. There's no
Much.
there's no real label on this bottle, and it's super dusty. It looks like it's been cracked maybe 10 years ago. Super dusty, and as he pulls it out, it's a clear liquid, and you can see at the bottom there's like 4 like blackish brown bean seed looking things, and he looks over it. It's gonna be 10 gold for this. This is the cheapest one that he has.
Alright. Jin says, do you have smaller bottles, by the way, that you could perhaps split it up in?
No, I don't keep smaller bottles. I have some cups if you want to taste it, though. I don't recommend
Not
it.
interested in that, no.
You know, if Toblin's telling you he doesn't recommend it, it's not gonna be good.
Yeah. Looks like you've had that for a while. How about 5 gold? You get it off your hands, and you still get money.
Oh, twist my leg. All right. 5 gold, that's fine. I do want to see that thing
General.
gone.
General, I'll toss him 5 gold.
It's your problem now. It's a really
If
weird.
it's another cursed item, I swear to.
Yeah, it's a really weird thing for him to say. You all of a sudden get a really uneasy feeling. But he just, he says it's your
Jin
problem
does
now.
not. Jin does not touch it when he says that. Jin says, "Okay, explain what you mean before I go grabbing the bottle." Because
Well,
I've already had one weird thing happen in this town. I'm not looking to repeat it.
I mean, I can't say that. I can't really say it's cursed. It doesn't seem to be cursed.
Gabe?
It just. Can you hear
Yep.
me? Can you hear me?
I can hear you
I
now.
can now.
Okay. It seems my internet went out for a minute. He
Okay.
kind of like looks at you just like, well, I can't say that I think it's cursed. It's really unlucky, it seems. Just ever since I've had it, no one has ever wanted to drink it, and every time I bring it out, people get really fidgety around it. I don't know. It's just really weird, but it's just alcohol.
Jin pauses and says, "I'll be right back. Just put it aside on the counter."
Roll me an
And
insight
goes-
check.
Okay. +9. Don't fail me now.
General's in that one.
21.
Yeah, 21. You actually feel like he's telling you the God's honest truth. He seems like It seems like this bottle of alcohol just the reason he's just kept it down here is just because no one has ever wanted it, and the way he's described it seems like anyone who's ever tried it has just it's not gone well for them, and so everyone else was like, no, I'm not touching that shit. Yeah, that's pretty much why he's had it for so long. He can't seem to get rid of it now that no one ever wants to try it.
Alright, Jin says, fine. And Jin will take it, put it in their bag, and says, somebody else's problem when they're set on fire. Should make a good Molotov cocktail.
Yeah, I wish you could, if there was a way to take an image of that as they were burning, I'd love to see that shit burn.
That just got dark.
Not them. He's talking about the alcohol.
Still pretty dark.
I don't know. He's a bartender. He's seen a lot of dark stuff. What can I say? Well, I do have some other stuff if you want some other stuff, but it's gonna be more expensive. The good tasting stuff, you know, that's easy to sell.
Alright, Jen is going to ask about the good tasting stuff next, and then is going to go over to Barthen's later to see if there's any, like, just pure alcohol that Jen could pour into bottles and make cheaper Molotovs.
Okay. That's pretty fair. All right. So but at this time, Jen, as you finish that, Twitch has come back in, and you guys are able to have your whatever discussion you'd like to have.
Yep.
By this point.
So, do we want to confront Valine on this, or how do we want to pursue this?
Is this while Jen's at the bar, or
No,
or
this
we
is
just
Well,
go-
I would think after.
yeah, definitely
Everybody
after.
maybe we should tell Einar.
Yeah, that probably seems like a good place to start.
Start by telling Einar.
Hmm.
Okay. But do we want to address it before we leave? Also, when do we plan on leaving?
As soon as
By the way, where's Pinchwick right now?
Pinchwit seems to have scurried off. She seems to have had some other stuff to do.
Okay.
And yeah.
We have to escort her back, right?
No. Actually, that was not specified that you had to escort her back.
But we
Doesn't-
have to go back with the
Doesn't
stuff.
she have me or
Yeah, I thought she had to go back with a contract.
You guys have to go back with the vial of holy water. That's why you guys have to go back. But that to be
But
be
what
clear,
about the money
it would-
from the sale?
the money from the sale is handled elsewhere. She just had to finalize the contract. It's actually, believe it or not, because no one actually asked, it was never specified that you guys had to escort her back.
I want to escort her back because
No problem.
Okay. All right.
Jen's like, if it doesn't concern the party, it does not concern me.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Jen is chaotic neutral, not chaotic good.
Yeah, very, very true. Very true.
And he's a pirate. He has
Yeah.
learned to take care of the group he's in, and everyone else can mind their own business and deal with it themselves.
Absolutely.
Unless there's gold involved.
Right.
So, okay, so we're taking it to Einar then? You don't just want to, like, stabby stab in the dark, so she can't turn on us? To which asks
We
the
might
party.
be able. We may be able to use her to find out who she's working with. Because if we just stab her, and then somebody else comes in from
Then we
the
can still
cult,
Yeah.
exactly.
Also, pretty sure Einar wouldn't like us just stabbing random people in his town.
That too.
Yeah, that's a fair point. As you guys are having this conversation, you know, it's taken a little bit. You guys have had some food, probably, some drinks. And you guys have been here for an hour or so, maybe a little longer. It's gotten a little darker outside. And as you
Okay.
guys finish this part of the conversation, you all hear the door open to the Stonehill Inn, just kind of like a as the door opens, and you hear the exact same sound again. And as you all look towards the door, I hope maybe
Yeah.
you don't see anyone. And as you look around, you just kind of hear Toblin, huh, must have been Argus again. And then he goes back to what he was doing.
Argus.
Argus, yeah.
Then it's going to
Perception
be.
18. Kiva doesn't notice anything out of place.
Passive
And I have
perception.
19.
Passive perception 18. You would have noticed a pale-looking fellow with dark hair who would have walked in and then immediately turned around and walked back out. You're pretty
Okay.
certain. You're pretty certain he walked out. Actually, you could roll me an insight check.
Okay.
Can I also roll an insight check with my 19 passive?
Yep.
Cool. Because if Jin didn't see that, Jin would be thinking invisible people.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking.
Jen saw it, and yeah,
27.
Jen, you're pretty certain that he left immediately as soon as he saw you guys.
Well, that's interesting. Did you
What's
all see
interesting?
that?
I mean, I saw the guy walk in and walk out.
He walked out when he noticed us.
Well, that's not concerning at all.
I'll be back. I'm going
Should
to
we look
go
into it?
try and. I'm going to go try and tell him.
Hey, what about Edgar? Instead of one of us going.
Can Edgar open the door fast enough?
Can fly out a window.
Are the windows open?
I'm gonna
Okay.
ask Lynn, would you
So?
send Edgar out?
I guess.
I mean, you could say no.
I'm confused.
Kiva's just
Then-
asking the question, so.
What are you confused about?
I don't know.
Because we didn't see anything.
Yeah.
Ah, okay. I thought you meant out of character. In
Maybe
character,
better.
we just described what happened. Jin's going to say, well, we don't have time to be discussing it. He could flip off already.
Alright, go.
So, okay. Jin gets up and is going to try and stealthily tail this guy.
All right. First, roll me a dexterity.
Stealth?
First, roll me a dexterity check.
Okay, just straight check.
Yep, just a straight check first.
22.
Okay. So
Nice.
you're able to. So the next one I need you to roll is a stealth check to see if you can
Okay.
stay stealth.
Nat 20, so a 32.
No, you're not stealth. No, I'm just kidding. All
I'm
right.
so
Stealth
stealthy.
out of
I stealth out of the
existence. Yeah.
game.
Yeah, you guys see Jin get up, and then all of a sudden, Jin just blends into the background as soon as the chair backs up. You guys
You
lose sight of
fucking
Jin.
chameleons.
Yeah. So, Jin, you get
better
up.
at that, isn't he?
Yeah, Jin, you get up and you head to the door, and as soon as you get to the door, you kind of like peek out, and you see Argus making his way kind of through town a little bit, and you would tail him for a bit. I'm assuming.
And
He
if
goes.
there's any point, real quick, if there's any point when no one has their eyes on me, Jin is going to change their appearance. Like, if they
Yeah.
just need to duck behind a tree and continue walking, and just make themselves look like a unassuming, human man or woman or anything that just doesn't draw attention and doesn't look like Jin.
The most generic
That's-
human they can think of.
Okay.
Yes.
So
The
unless you're
runner
doing
of
that,
every
okay. So
podcast.
unless you're doing that while you're walking, which would be a
Yeah.
little difficult.
I think it just requires an action.
Okay.
And
So
I
what?
think I can take action while I walk.
Well, yeah, but you're also changing your entire bodily form. So, I'm gonna have you roll a secondary dex check, just essentially making it with disadvantage because you're slowing yourself down by changing. Um,
If need
just to
be,
see.
Jin
You have a
could.
high enough dex. I'm not
Okay.
overly worried about it. It's just,
All right.
yeah. Oh wow.
Well,
Well, then there you go. Son of a burger.
yeah, I was gonna say if it was that hard, Jin would have just like stopped and ducked somewhere and then changed and kept in mind where he was going and then kept going that way.
Okay.
It probably would only take a second.
Can I add something to Jin walking out here real quick?
Absolutely.
Okay, because Kiva at this point doesn't want anyone in the party wandering off alone anywhere.
Yeah.
She kind of looks around at everybody, is like, "Oh, I'm probably gonna regret this." She's gonna wild shape into a sprite and immediately turn invisible to follow after Jen.
You're gonna hear.
Yep.
What? What are you doing? I told you no magic in my establishment.
She's gone.
You know the. All right, that's it. I'm going to Einar. Notice a grievance to you. I will. You will have that in writing by tomorrow, and Einar will handle it from there. I'm so mad right now. And you see him kind
Jin
of like,
isn't there to pay him off.
nope, he is not.
For all he knows, she just teleported.
Yep. So, Jin,
I'm
you
gonna say it
okay.
wasn't the wizard.
Yeah, so right for once, Jin, you walk outside and you are able to follow Argus all the way up until the point you decide to hide behind a building and change shape for a moment, because you realize that walking and doing that will slow you down anyway. So you figure you might as well not trip and continue to do that. It seems that Argus continued to head in this general direction, but
Okay.
as soon as you change your shape and come back out, you no longer see him.
All right, Jin's going to continue the path and is going to look for any disturbances or signs of where he may have gone. Can I roll perception?
You can roll me an investigation.
Would Kiva have been able to keep eyes on him?
Kiva, you would be catching up to Jin. So
I'm not
unless
going
you're
investigation.
Kiva, roll me a dex check. If you're actively trying to keep up with him and not Jin.
Okay, I just need to double check the sprites. Dex. Okay, yeah,
Gotcha.
+4.
Okay. Jin, as you look around, try as you might, you oh, that's disappeared.
It's +4 on that.
Okay.
So.
Try as you might, Jin, you make it to about right here, and the tracks just disappear. Like they're solid, and then they just disappear. And with that dex roll, Kiva, you make your way out, and you are able to keep up with Jin. You manage to catch up to Jin, and as Jin pauses, I kind of imagine like you pause for a second, like, wait, what are you doing? And as you turn back around, Argus is gone. And you lose sight of him too.
Jin is going to look around, like if is there anywhere Argus could have stepped into?
Not that you can see.
Jin is going to keep in mind the fact that he disappeared. Either there is some like secret entrance here, or he has teleportation magic.
Or he just like ran off into the shadows or something. Who knows?
There would be footprints. Gabe specifically said the footprints disappeared.
I said the tracks stop. They just disappear.
So,
like they're
yeah.
solid, and then they just disappear.
Mm-hmm. So that's what Jin's going off of. Either this guy is still standing there invisible, in which case Jin is going to come up and just like pass their hand over the end of the tracks, just squinting suspiciously. And it's probably writes that off the lesson. It's like, okay, so either this guy has magic and teleported, or there's a secret door somewhere I'm not seeing that he stepped into. All right, time to go tell the
Good
party.
fly.
Telepathically, Jin hears, "Okay, that was weird. What do you think he did?"
Jin would relay their suspicions and say, "Good to see you. You didn't do that in the end, did you?"
I did, because I wanted to follow you quickly.
Well, I guess that's more paying off. Okay. Let's go back.
We're not gonna
Unless
try
you
and
want
find
to
him?
look around. Well, his tracks end here. If you want to look around and see some kind of secret button he may have pushed or something that I didn't catch, I am not seeing anything. So either he teleported or he stepped in somewhere that I am not noticing.
Okay. Gabe, is that something I would be able to look around and see, or?
You can roll me an investigation check with I'm gonna actually say with disadvantage.
Okay. Still ended up higher. Not by much, but yeah.
Nice.
I mean, by 5.
So
No,
you,
no, never mind.
No,
So
your investigation was 12.
Kiva, you look around as well, and try as you might, you do notice that the tracks don't just disappear. Um, they do get super light. Apparently, the ground is super hard right here, and so instead of walking in deeper dirt, it does seem like the tracks get super light, but you lose them as well.
Okay.
You just you're able to find like a couple more
Mhm.
tracks, and they seem to be going in the same general direction, but then you lose the tracks as well.
Alright, if Jin sees that Kiva found more tracks, okay, he's still going. And then Jin's gonna
It
keep
wouldn't see that
following.
'cause he was still invisible.
Okay, if Kiva told Jin, which I assume you would have, Jin would vote that we keep following them and try to keep an eye out for more tracks. And try and go the general direction. And Jin is going to try and think of what might be over there. Jin knows
Mhm.
probably about the orchard over here, and Jin would know there's like that little forested area over there, or maybe he's doubling around and going to the library, but then why didn't he just go down the straight road? So Jin
Right.
would think where he's heading is probably near the bottom because he didn't go any other direction, so it's gotta be something down here in this general area. So
Right.
Jin is gonna start heading that way and keeping an eye out.
Kiva will stay close.
Okay, so you continue to head.
Doing the same
Okay,
thing.
so you guys, the both of you continue to head in this general direction, and like looking around and stuff.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Question mark. So keeping
Yeah.
in mind that the wall is still, oh, I did not want to delete that. Okay, whatever. Keeping in mind that the wall is still a full wall now.
Right.
You
Mhm.
guys are. Why is that still set? If I change the color, it should just switch. Super annoying. All right, so try as you guys might, you don't find any evidence that would lead you to believe that this person, so-called Argus, has you're not able to find anything about him, where he went or anything about that. Try as you might, you look everywhere, high and low, uh, outside of breaking into buildings.
Mhm.
Looking around all the buildings everywhere that you can look, there doesn't seem to be any sign of him.
Okay.
So
they're all-
while you guys are doing that, everyone back in the inn, I see that Squirt is trying to give Dre's a mushroom here. Remind me,
Yep.
Squirt, where did you get that mushroom?
That's kind of what I'm wondering.
It was, I don't know. I investigated and you gave me a list and
I
you said pick.
did. I was just making sure it was from that list. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right, that's fine. Yep, that happened. That's a thing. I just wanted to make sure that you that you weren't just making things up. I do remember the list, so that's all good.
So this
Was
so
that
this mushroom,
Fandom?
I eat it and it goes full health.
Full health.
Woo!
That's
Why didn't
crazy.
we make these before now?
Squirt's been holding on to a lot of fun stuff, and yeah. Squirt, just a reminder
Okay.
that during your travels, and I didn't bring it up before, but your little orb of sunbeams was just going wild, like brimming bright every time the sun was out, just because it's both in sunlight and near Kelton and undead.
Yep.
So your bag was like brightly lit for most of the days that you guys were traveling.
Okay. Did we identify that at all?
We did. Actually, unfortunately, you were actually not there for
Okay.
it, but
Yeah.
you used it. Your character Squirt actually used it in the fight to save Leland, doing a crap ton of damage to some undead.
Okay.
I think it
It
did.
shoots
Well-
lasers.
Yeah, I think it did like 130 points of damage to like a total across the board to like 20 different undead or something ridiculous.
Something like that. Yeah.
Party mushroom and still half of a rainbow mushroom. Yeah.
So you guys in the inn, you kind of like chilling and Squirt's giving Dre's a special mushroom there, and after about 10, maybe 15 minutes, I'm assuming Kiva and Jin would head back at that point.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Kiva and Jin come back, and Kiva, are you still in your sprite form?
Yep. Still invisible.
Oh, still invisible. All right, fine. Okay.
Yep.
All right. And you kind of see everyone over by the table still doing their thing, and yeah. What do you guys? Squirt, what do you do when Jin
Jin?
walks back in?
How'd it go?
Lost him. I think he was going somewhere to the southern portion of Fandolin, probably southeast. Don't know where he went though, because I lost sight of him and then couldn't find him again. I'm going to ask Durnan. I mean, not Durnan. I was thinking of the
I was like-
tavern keeper I'm DMing.
We're a long way from Durnan.
I was like, wait,
Yeah.
what campaign are we
I
playing?
I use him in my campaign because it's set in Waterdeep.
Yeah.
Hey, just real quick, are you guys good with going a little later tonight? I know we're not quite there yet, but and since Twitch isn't
I
here.
would be, but I'll need to take a bit of a short break.
Well, that's the
Yeah.
reason I'm
About 8.
asking. I actually need to take the dogs out, so if you guys are good with playing a little later, we could just take a fiver. I can let the dogs out, and we can get back to
Well,
it.
I mean, I would need like 15 minutes.
Yeah.
See if throwing some food together.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
fine. We can do that.
Yeah.
You guys, everyone good for playing a little later, and we'll take a 15-minute break.
That'd
Yeah,
be an
sounds
issue.
good.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
We'll pause it here, and then we'll come back in 15 minutes, and
Sounds
All
good.
right.
we'll be back. We're gonna pick right back on up. Right where we were. Okay, so you guys are in the tavern, and you guys are. Jin and Kiva has just walked back in. You only see Jin because Kiva is invisible. And as Jin walks back in, Squirt just says, "Hi, how'd it go?"
And I think before we, excuse me, before we left, I think Jin
You mean
gave him
Twitch?
a rundown.
I know we're just essentially a quick recap, so you can give them a rundown again, and then people can respond.
Give the rundown.
Okay. So Jen basically tells you that they were able to follow him, but they lost track of him somewhere in the south side of town.
And Jin thinks he probably headed somewhere southeast.
So I'm assuming you're doing this at the table. You're not like
Yeah.
You're like okay.
Jin would hear in her head. We could probably ask Toblin for more information. He did mention the name.
I was thinking of doing that. I was gonna give a rundown first.
Okay.
So Jin would bring up that he's probably going to go ask Choplin. And he's gonna head over there all smiles and trying to gauge his mood.
Yeah, you walk up to Toblin, who just kind of gives you a stone-faced glare. All right, well, what is it now? Come to pay me
Don't
off
know
for the
why you're-
magic again?
I didn't even know there had been magic. I was already out the door. Was there magic?
Yes, there was. But no matter. Notice of grievance has already been submitted, and Einar will contact you tomorrow.
I don't know why he's contacting me.
Not
But
you, your group.
anyway, you said you. Okay. Anyway, who was that person that just walked in and walked back out? That was very peculiar.
Oh, that's old Argus Skeel. He's a newcomer around town. Claims to be a prospector, but no one's ever seen him prospecting anything, and he only seems to come around at night.
Do you know where he's staying?
I don't. He keeps pretty much to himself, and those that do come in contact with him just say they feel really weird around him.
It was interesting because it seemed like as soon as he came in, it was when he saw us that he turned back around. But I don't remember ever meeting him before. He wasn't here the last time we were here.
Yeah, that is weird, but you guys have a bit of a reputation around here, so it does kind of make sense. A little bit. I will say I did see the same thing, so you're not going crazy. He definitely noticed you all.
Is there someone somewhere he could be staying on the southeast side of town? We tried to catch him to have a word, and he just seemed to vanish.
That's old Argus for you. Yeah, if he doesn't want to talk to you, you're gonna be hard pressed to find him. On the south side of town, though, there's not a whole lot. There's a couple abandoned buildings and old farmhouse, not really used for much. And yeah, there's really not much there. I don't know why he would have walked down there to begin with.
If the buildings are abandoned, are they locked?
I mean,
Or could he have
I would assume
just
so.
been
Einar,
squatting in one?
I would assume so. Einar keeps a pretty tight lock on this city. Pun intended.
Well, guess we'll talk to him when he gets your letter and comes to pay us a visit. Sorry about that. And Jane leaves 5 gold and walks back to the table.
Before you leave, you're gonna hear Toblin say, "Oh, you can't pay me off this time. This notice has already
I
been
don't
filed.
care.
You might as well."
I don't care.
All right.
You're
Well,
keeping
then
the money.
All right. Well then, just for clarity's sake, as far as everyone else is concerned, this is a gift and nothing more. And he's actually saying it to the whole tavern, everyone who's paying attention. Kiva, you probably would have seen some of that in the other bit of the group. This is a little different than what you guys remember it. And yeah, he basically it seems like he's not going to take your money for buying his silence anymore. And
I mean, Kiva never did that anyways, so.
yeah, well, it's more of the odd thing is that he's unwilling to take money in regards to the fact of this issue, which he's done in the past. So just pointing that out. All right, so you make your way back, and what is everyone talking about as you make your way back? Squirt?
I don't know anything specifically.
Okay. Dre's?
I'll look at everyone and be like, so guys, might have a way for us to get back soon, faster than normal. But it's kind of very experimental. When we're ready, just let me know. Might be able to
I-
teleport us back.
Do not trust whatever it is he's doing. Because Dre's, it's kind of experimental. Just not.
Well, it's my first time casting a new spell. Let's put it that way.
He's a
It's going
doctor.
to result with all of us having
Yes.
burned off arms, is it?
No, this is a legit spell. It's not my monster mash, and I tell them about teleportation circle. I just haven't. We haven't done it yet, so it's new, and yeah.
Okay. Well, that sounds interesting. Clearly, we don't want to
Speedier
do it.
way, but someone said something and I missed it. I'm sorry.
Kiva commented, clearly we don't want to do that in here, at least.
Oh no! No!
But by this
So-
time, Jin's made her way back, and go ahead, Kiva.
Back to what we were previously talking about before this Argus fellow showed up. What do we want to do regarding Valine?
First off,
We said talk to Einar.
yes, and maybe we try to trick her into revealing what connection she might have. I have a feeling this is rooted a bit deeper than just one person.
Trick her how?
I don't know.
Oh,
That's
it
why
is
I brought it up.
invisible,
We can
Right,
brainstorm.
by the way.
Kiva's what?
Kiva's still invisible right now, by the way.
Hmm.
Jenna's gonna say, I don't know how. That's why I'm bringing it up, so we can brainstorm. We have abilities that far outclass most people in this area. I think we can do something.
I mean, specifically the way I am right now, I can get a little bit more insight to any sort of questioning we do.
That might be good.
This is out of my wheelhouse, I think. Other than if we want to scare them.
Well, I could scare him. I can just turn into that thing I did in Feywild again.
Oh god, not that thing.
Avoid that for now.
I'm just saying.
That might get us
Possibility.
driven out of Phandalin.
Not if no one else sees it. It's her words against the heroes of Phandalin.
Okay, that's fair. Let's still keep that back pocket for now.
Fair. Just saying, we have leverage.
So we want to confront her then. I assume after we talk to Einar?
Would be best. Let's get
Probably.
Einar in on the situation.
Yes.
Okay. Anything else going on for the rest of the night then? Or are we getting rooms here in the inn or something?
I call the big one.
If it's available.
Of course. Not like I'm just going to go up there and find someone to leave it for me. That would be preposterous.
All right. So, you're planning to stay for the night then?
Yeah.
Sorry. Let me do that in voice as Toblin walks up. So,
think so
planning
much
to
will be
stay for the
fine.
night then?
Eva goes really quiet when Toblin walks up.
Yeah, do you have the big room available? Because if so, I want that one.
Yes. Ooh, hang on. Yeah, it's available. It's just, yeah. What was the price we agreed upon last time? I think 1 gold per night.
Yes. I think that was
I'm
it.
gonna go find Pinchwit.
Ooh, Pinchwit. Who's Pinchwit?
I was talking to the other group.
Oh, well,
Good.
okay.
Well, it's someone we came into town with who had the goats.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, goat lady. Got it. All right. Yeah, I heard about that. That's funny stuff, that is.
Yeah, that's that was an eventful trip.
Toblin, have you ever thought about setting up a non-magical zone?
would
I'm not
require
sure
magic.
what you mean. The whole this whole place should be non-magic, and he like looks
I mean-
I
over
think
Audible
he
View.
means an anti-magic field.
Yeah, not just your signs are more of a suggestion.
It's
Well-
a spell that causes magic to not be able to be cast.
Wouldn't that kind of defeat the purpose of casting magic?
I
It'd
mean,
be-
it would
it'd
be
be
one
one
spell
magic.
versus more. Yeah. That.
And you could root it in an object. If you didn't want it, you could get rid of it.
But where would I get such an object? Do any of you know how to do that?
I'm sure Dr. Dre's does.
Not yet.
If he doesn't, we can probably find someone who would. We're thinking of going to Neverwinter soon. How much would you pay us for it?
Well, seeing as how you all are the ones who continue to cast magic in here, I feel like you should be paying me for it at this point.
I have not cast anything in here. Already on the record.
He's
I
gonna
can't
look.
remember.
He's gonna look at you for a moment and just go, "Can you cast magic at all?"
You don't
can't
know.
That's
I
why he's
haven't done
asking.
it in here.
That's why he's asking.
I know. I
Squirt,
might.
Mm.
Sorry.
Go ahead, Squirt.
Squirt would like to use the minor illusion to make some goat dicks.
Oh my
Sorry.
god.
Have that. See, I wouldn't be doing this if it
Okay.
was more than just a sign.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. All right, so you do that. All right.
Then
What
face
is that?
palms
What? Get that
instantly.
out of my face! Oh my god. All right. Another notice of grievance.
Some of you might
All
be
right.
able to hear it right face palming.
All right. Yes. Okay. So, obviously, you all have not been clued in on the dealings of this town, but a notice of grievance is not good. Einar will talk more about it, but basically, 3 strikes and you're out of town. So you guys are on 2 already. I'm just giving you the benefit of the doubt, because you guys are heroes. Please stop casting magic in my establishment. I would very much appreciate it.
What if it
I feel
cast
like
it
that
near
would
your
be
side?
very easy to abuse. If there was just like someone in town someone didn't like, they would just have to get two of their friends to write grievances, and then they're out of their house. That just does not seem like good long-term planning.
Yes, well, we're all friends here. Everyone knows each other, and we all take care of each other. Uh, it's more for newcomers. And he kind of
We're
like
not new.
glares. Yeah, he kind of like glares over you all. But you guys haven't been there in a year, so you're not familiar with this. So
Is there a time period to which it expires?
well, I'm sure Einar will talk to you more in depth about it when he reaches out to you about your two now
Yeah, not
notice of
to sound like I
grievances.
don't trust my friends, but also does it include everyone or just the people that are doing it? Because if it's everyone, I'm just gonna say that's not quite fair.
No, no. It only includes the people that are noted on the grievance.
Alright. Jen looks
No.
to Squirt. You may have to stay outside town soon.
What's it?
Just
Oh,
heads
how
up.
awful. I'd have to stay in the forest.
And Squirt's only done it once.
I love Squirt so much. Squirt's just over here like making goat dick.
He was feeling the
Oh,
same
I have to
thing at
stay
the
in the
moment.
forest.
That would be
Oh, I'm
such
so
a terrible
sorry.
thing.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, Tomlin's a little miffed at you guys, but yeah, if you would like to bring back something that prevents people from casting magic in his shop, he would be grateful. He's just not relaying that well. Um,
Okay.
he's
Then I'll keep it in
probably
mind.
he probably would pay you money, but it's probably not going to be a lot because you guys keep pushing the envelope.
Yeah, Jen will keep it in mind, and Jen's always looking for ways to get someone who owes them a favor, so even if it's not money.
Yeah. All right. Well, you all.
Who's
So
eating?
you all are staying the night then? Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, please.
Hey,
All right.
Julia. Julia.
What?
We can hear everything, and it's very loud.
Just some loud
Sorry,
cracks.
I'm trying to throw out a bag.
Gotcha. All right. So he asked you if you stay in the night. I imagine some deal is struck. The one large room is 1 gold per night. The other ones are 5 silver a night. The prices do seem to have gone up a little bit. And as you guys have probably noted
5
by this
silver.
time,
I'm going to the library.
there's no. I mean, you can, but you're gonna find that there's no place to sleep in the library.
I have like I
Nope.
don't I have a sleeping bag or something?
You have a. I mean, you could.
Bedroll and stuff like
yeah,
that.
you could do that. Yeah, I guess if you want to sleep in the middle of the library, that's fine. There
Kiva telepathic. Yep. Sorry.
yeah, there
Go
are
ahead.
no rooms left in the library. It's all one big long hall of library books. But you could sleep like in the middle of the floor or something by the library
Yeah, I
books.
don't care.
Okay, that's fair. I feel like that's a Lynn.
Book.
All right. What were you gonna say, Kiva?
Jen telepathically hears Kiva say, "I won't be staying in the inn tonight."
Jen will reply back, "Are you okay? Something happened?"
His attitude is rubbing me the wrong way. Kiva's getting a little hot here.
Mm. I mean, he's kind of always been this way. Some people just do not appreciate magic. But if you go somewhere else, maybe don't stray far, because if she is onto the fact that we know she's with the cult, I'm just saying things could go bad.
Oh, I get that.
Alright,
Squirt,
up to you.
Squirt would telepathically hear a message. Hey, do you want to camp in the village green tonight? Oh shoot, Squirt
Squirt, you're
went
muted.
away for a sec. Dang it.
Yeah, Squirt went away. Squirt would probably do that. We're just gonna assume yes, and if Squirt needs to change that, we can change that later.
That works.
All right. And Kiva's gonna kind of look at you and for a moment, and well, never mind. Not Kiva. Never mind. Ignore that.
Okay.
Yep, never mind, because you're invisible, so no one's looking at you.
Yep. Invisible and talking telepathically at the
Uh-huh.
moment.
Yep. All right. Well, if there is nothing else, everyone who's staying here can pay the 5 silver or the 1 gold, and looks at you, Jen, when he says that. And we'll
Then
get
I'll
your
hand over
accommodations, and we'll see you in the morning, I assume, unless you're gonna stay down here and drink.
Jen hands him 2 and says, "Can I have another thing of wine?"
2 gold. You hand him 2 gold.
Yeah.
Sure. You want another bottle of wine? That's fine. We could do that. And he goes and
Alright.
gets you another bottle of wine.
Cool. And Jen probably is gonna stock up tomorrow before they go.
Mentally, I
whatever's
call.
happening.
Oh, sorry.
I'm done.
Mentally, I call back Kelton.
Okay.
Before I do that, Kelton, place whatever you have in your hands safely back where it needs to go, and then meet me back at the inn, or come meet me.
I like you're finally catching on to things, Drace.
I was like, wait, he's gonna come back with like 2 swords in his hand.
Yeah, he's gonna come back with a whetstone and a sword. All right. So, yeah, Draze, you're staying. So, who's not staying in the inn then? Don't everyone speak up at once.
I'm staying.
Okay. Draze is staying.
Kiva is
Jen is
not.
staying. Kiva is not. Kiva is going over here. Squirt is probably going to go over here. Not Twitch. And
Squirt is
Alina's
back
going
right
to
now,
the
by the way.
library. Yeah. Squirt, Kiva telepathically asked you if you wanted to sleep with her in the town greens, the big area where she cast all the plant growth.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
We kind of figured as much, but since you weren't here, figured we'd ask.
Yep.
Alrighty. All right. So everyone kind of splits off for the night. It's only about 9 o'clock. By the time you guys get everything situated and ready for bed. Actually, that's a lie because you guys went in there at like 6, didn't you?
Yep.
Okay, so it's only about 8 then.
Okay.
Yeah, because you guys would have gone to look and then come back and then had a discussion. Yeah. We'll say it's about 8.
Okay.
So what is everyone doing for the evening at their place of residence?
Jen is probably just gonna do their nightly journaling and go to bed.
Okay. Kiva and Squirt, sorry.
Which?
Even when she's not here.
Yep. Kiva doesn't have anything particular in mind for tonight, at least. She's got a couple things she wants to do the next day, but also, we didn't decide how long we're staying in town. I feel like that would have come up in the conversation.
I mean, it didn't.
It actually
Kiva,
did. We
Kiva did
just never
specifically
had-
ask, okay, what's our plan? How long are we staying?
Ah, okay. Well then, yeah.
That's why the conversation about are we staying in the inn came up.
Gotcha.
Jen would advise we run it by ear, but be ready to leave at a moment's notice if things get very dicey.
Cool. Sounds good.
Before we all break up, were we meeting Einar tonight, or were we doing that tomorrow?
He's probably going to find
saying
us.
he's going to meet us tomorrow.
Okay.
So, I mean, unless we want to go early and meet him tonight, we're apparently going to be seeing him tomorrow, at least.
Yeah. Okay.
So either way, Kiva would be open to going tonight or wait till he comes to us tomorrow, whatever.
Okay.
Well, it's up to y'all.
So then I guess I'll make my rounds. Alin, are you doing anything for the evening since you're going to the library at around 8?
Reading my
Reading?
book.
Okay. If you want to wake up at 8, so roughly 4 hours of reading.
I have a bird alarm clock.
Okay, perfect. So you'll get 4 hours of reading. Dre's, what are you doing?
Reading as well, I guess.
All right. You will also get 4 hours.
So if I were to not get the long rest, I would get an exhaustion, though, right?
Yes.
Okay, then 4 hours.
We're
It is.
closing in on the final stretch.
I'm nowhere near it.
Nope. And no, he is not. But it's worth it in the end for him.
All right.
Nothing like being able to cast plane shift at will.
What?
Not actually at will, but being able to cast plane shift.
Okay. All
He's-
right.
That's what he's working for. His 200 hours, that final spell in the book is plane shift.
Woo. Okay. All right.
All right, so Twitch is probably going to read her book. I don't remember what it is, but she's going to spend a few hours reading that as well. And so everyone's going to get a nice long rest. Everyone gets yeah.
Just a suggestion for Twitch. Since she only needs 4 hours as an elf, she would probably stake out the shrine for a little while.
That is very true, actually. Yeah. Yeah,
Probably without
she
telling anyone.
would. Yeah. All right. Give me a second here, because she's gonna have to roll. All right. So in the evening, Twitch goes out and she watches the shrine for a good long time, and she sees Vileen coming and going. What did we say we show? Red-haired elf. That's right.
Yep.
So she doesn't notice anything very odd. Twitch does notice that Vileen seems to be accompanied by quite a few kobolds, all red kobolds that seem to be following her along and doing her bidding as she requests of them. But other than that, not a whole lot. And she manages to stay out of sight and keeps tabs on that, but doesn't manage to find anything else. And she will relay that to the party when she meets back up with them.
Okay.
All right, so everyone gets a long rest. So mark your long rest.
Yay. Get those spell slots back.
Thank God, right? All right. And so in the morning, actually before that, sorry, Kiva, you're the only one. I need you to make me a intelligence saving throw.
Oh gosh, this again.
Yep.
Ew.
All right. You toss and turn for a lot of the night. You still get your long rest, but you feel really groggy, almost like you've been having some sort of internal mental struggle while you were sleeping. You don't remember anything about it, but you definitely remember having some sort of, you definitely feel like you've been like just mentally
worn out.
Yeah, you're not firing on all cylinders today.
Okay. All right.
All right, and so everyone wakes up. Alin, you wake up to the sound of someone unlocking the door and opening up and just, what are you doing here?
Sleeping?
This is no place to sleep. This is a library. It's that.
Sorry.
It's actually that
I'm not
little.
Same person.
Yeah, it's actually that.
Not
halfling that's
actually
really
used to people using it. I actually I founded the library, and I used to just I used to sleep here when I was in town because no one ever used it.
Oh, you're that Alin. Oh, it's nice to meet you. We love the library. It's grown so much in the last year or so. It's been really nice to have something here. Even Einar got a bunch of books as in like she's pointing to all the books. He got a bunch of books ordered. And so it's been really fun for everyone to just be able to read all the time. So thanks. But you probably
I'll get
shouldn't
out of your
sleep
hair.
here.
Yeah, I'll get out of your hair.
Okay. And you see her like walk over and like start perusing through books. She returns the one that she had yesterday, on the Cryovia, and then she goes back to looking through books as you prepare to leave. Uh,
And just to clarify, she has a key.
she has a key.
Okay.
When was the place locked?
I'm just gonna just for sanity's sake, because I didn't point that out earlier. I'm just gonna say that you were like able to get there before it was locked, and they just kind of like locked you in by accident. That's the way we're gonna go with that. Which is fine. You were there reading. They didn't realize you were still there reading, and then you fell asleep. It's fine. Um, so Squirt and Kiva, the two of you wake up to the sound of chirping birds and crickets and grasshoppers, making all sorts of lovely woodsy noises, just like the morning calls. And the those of you in Stonehill, you wake up to the sound of clinking glasses and slamming glasses down on the table, and yeah. You all are awake. Where I'm gonna start with Alin since you're in the library. Alin, where would you head?
To the inn.
Okay.
Probably. Actually, no. I'd look for Pinchwit.
Oh, Pinchwit. Okay. Where would you look for Pinchwit?
I'd probably go to Barthen's first, and
Okay.
then I'd send Edgar up to just kind of circle the town.
All right. Let's see. I'm gonna bring Edgar out. We'll use the eye, the old eyeball here, circling.
I like the wing.
Okay. Where's the wing here? This wing? That wing?
No, it was
probably
the
other
bat
wing.
wing.
There's the Batwing. There we go.
Yeah.
Batwing. Okay. All right. So Edgar's gonna search around town while Alin goes to Barthen's to look out. We'll get to you in a minute, Alin. Squirt and Kiva, where do you guys head after you wake up?
Probably to the inn, since that's where most of the party is at.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Both of you. All right. That's
Yep.
fair. All right. So those of
Kiva
you.
looks a bit haggard.
Yeah. Squirt, you'd notice that Kiva looks a little wrung out this morning. She's got like little bags under her eyes, like she didn't sleep great. Those of you. Go ahead.
I was just gonna ask Squirt if she was ready to go head to the inn.
Yes.
All right, let's go.
All right. Those of you in the inn, do you do anything in the morning? You just kind of like wake up, go down, and eat.
Eat food.
All right.
Yeah, I'd
So-
probably go down, eat, probably if I can read any a little bit, since I've probably got down there early, 8 o'clock, and then waiting for everyone. So I'd probably eat, but also read a little bit too if I have the opportunity.
I have a question.
That's fair. Go ahead, Jen.
Are there spare silverware just laying around?
No, not just laying around. You have to actually
Okay.
ask for silverware
Please
here.
don't steal the silverware.
I wasn't going to.
This time.
I was going to make like a silverware. Yeah, this time. I was gonna make like a silverware tower, just like while Jen is bored waiting for everyone.
You know what? Just for that, then, yes. And you can make me a dex check. Or a sleight of hand, actually. Make me a
Yes.
sleight of hand check. All right,
Cool.
so cut over to Alin. As you walk into Barthen's, there's a little like ding as you enter, and hey, hey, Alin, how are you doing? I haven't seen you in forever.
19.
I'm looking for Pinchwit. We were escorting her
The little gnome
with the goats.
creature. Yeah, with the goats. Yeah. So yeah, she said she was gonna stay in town for the night and then she was gonna head back to Fendalen. She didn't stay
know
with
where
you
she
guys?
went?
I do not. I assume that she went to the Stonehill Inn.
Okay. At this point, I'd probably like send Edgar up to just kind of look.
Okay. All right. So, roll me a perception check for Edgar. Yeah, Barthen's never
Hold
really
on.
been. Barthen's never really been that
Tactful.
tactful. Yes. And Jin, you get it mostly built. Like you start building this
Yeah, I have
tower.
advantage because he's flying above the town.
No, this is just gonna be a straight perception check. I do like the
Okay,
ask though.
4.
Yikes. All right. So, Edgar. Oh man. You know what? Yeah, roll with advantage.
Because it should not be that difficult.
It should not be
I
that
got a
difficult.
2.
Okay.
Oh
with
my
with
I
God.
can't roll
All
above
right,
a 10
well,
tonight.
All right. I just want to point this out yet again. The dice never lie. Edgar flies around town looking for
Look how
this
close
little
to the fucking tree.
this little quote unquote gnome creature, as Barthen called it, and he doesn't seem to find any trace of Pinchwit that you guys are able to find. You know, if you're willing to do that, absolutely, he can slam directly into a tree. You just cut to Edgar like flying around, and he's like swoops in low to like check something out, looking down, and he just like George of the Jungle, just like, and then slides down the tree. Yeah.
All right, so what about my
So
tower?
you managed to get it mostly built, like almost all the way built, and just as you're about to put the last like fork on top to complete the tower, I'm gonna say probably Squirt like nudges the table just a little bit, and the whole thing just comes like crashing to the ground.
Jin looks Squirt.
Well,
Bad timing.
hang on. I put words in Squirt's mouth. Squirt, would you have bumped the table if he was building that?
You said
Last-
what?
So Jin was building a silverware tower, and I'm just curious if you would have bumped the table.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, I kind of figured as much. Yeah, I kind of figured as much. All right. So yeah, that definitely happens. So go ahead.
But I'll give her some of my silverware, my new wonderful silverware.
Yes.
Where did
Beautiful.
you get this?
From the doctor, obviously.
Dre's, you want to go ahead and describe what this silverware looks like?
Oh, it's rusty. It looks dirty. It's nasty. And
Where
we
did
got
this
it from the
come from?
house.
Okay, that's what I thought.
It's
You can keep
It's tarnished beyond all belief.
yeah. If you guys have ever seen like real silver when it starts to tarnish and change colors, that's what this looks
have
like, but
not,
throughout the
but
whole
I'm
thing.
Googling it.
Yeah, it looks like a really off-color gray, no longer like the silver sheen, a really matte, darker gray, and it started to turn like green in some spots, and it looks really not good.
It's beautiful.
Now I see it. Yuck.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, Jin's going to say, no, you can keep that. And just start gathering up the utensils, probably his turn in. I said it again. That's like the person I've been
Just
having to
move
play
on.
as.
You got it. You move on. You got it.
Yeah. As, Jin's being probably glared at.
Oh, for sure. You kind of get the feeling like, even though he's not saying anything, Toblin doesn't like this either, but he's not saying anything to you. And
We
Alin.
can't do anything right with him.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yep, there you go. There's legit tarnished silverware. That's what it looks like.
Mm-hmm.
This
Okay.
actually kind of looks a little pewter bronzy.
Yeah.
All right, so yeah, that's what you hand over, Squirt, and Jin promptly hands that back, just like ew. No thanks. All right, so Alin, Edgar flies around town. He doesn't find anything, and Barthen doesn't seem to know where Pinchwit would have headed. Where do you head after that? If you're talking, you're on mute.
Sorry. Probably
all
to
right.
the inn.
Back to the inn? Okay. All right. Alin heads back to the inn, and Alin, just as you enter the inn, you see Pinchwit coming down the stairs from the inn, and yeah. What do you do?
Um, I don't know. I just like joined to look for the group.
Okay. Do you tell them that Pinchwit is at the inn?
I just like, I genuinely don't know. I was just saying, hey. I would say it unless someone asked.
All right. So Alin walks back to the table and just goes, "Hey," and sits down and joins you all. I will say, Twitch, Kiva, and Jin, you would also notice Pinchwit coming down from apparently one of the rooms.
oh,
Okay,
we
cool.
were wondering where you were. Thank you for changing the subject.
Oh my god. All right. Yeah, let's move on. Okay, so yeah.
Drace, but I will say Drace does give Squirt a thumbs up.
Lovely. All right. So the six of you all are in the inn, and it's early morning. You guys have had your breakfast, kind of having a plan. Well, I guess you haven't had your plan to see what you want to do. What are you guys doing? Let's start with. So we're gonna start with Squirt again, as she is the leader for this evening. Squirt, how are you leading this conversation?
What are we talking about exactly? I got lost in urine and dingle hoppers.
How about we just segue into what is now Squirt now talking about?
Definitely steal the properties of drinking your own urine, especially since Dr. Dre's has the great idea of keeping the mushroom high going. I mean, that's genius.
All right. Ironically,
on her face.
yeah. Ironically, Dre's is next. Oh, this night.
What's the equivalent to Santa Claus in Dungeons and Dragons?
Krampus.
Maybe Krampus. I don't know. Is that a thing in D&D?
I don't know, but we can make it.
We'll say, I got it. As the DM, I'm making this call now. It is actually the Santa Claus from Futurama, the Xmas Santa Claus.
Yes.
What? I've never.
The robot Santa Claus. He's
Robot
evil.
Santa Claus.
Well, they say that the myth, and I'm looking at Squirt. They say the myth of Santa Claus came from the whole mushrooms, the red and white capped mushrooms. They would, and the reindeer would eat them, and
like
yeah.
these. I don't pull them out.
Yes, and that was where my tidbit of the urine came from. Was they would drink that to continue that to go.
Oh.
Oh.
Dre's,
Alrighty.
I have a mushroom covered in goo And I know you lost your last goo in your arm.
The same
Fandangle.
goo?
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, it's not, your mixture, but it's some of the goo that you originally put in there.
The ectoplasm or the ethereal plane goo?
Something
No.
like that, yeah.
No, it
No,
was
the
the
green
green
goo.
goo from
Yeah.
the
It
school.
turns you into a.
Oh, I think I still have that.
Goo.
I still have some of that. I do appreciate it. I do believe
Okay,
I still have the invariant.
And so next is Lynn.
Continue.
I'd loudly clear my throat. I'd probably get my bird back. I just want and like, hey, does anyone know where? Do any of you guys know where Pinchwood is?
She's right here. She just came down.
Oh,
Yeah, Kiva would point.
I did not see you. I'm so sorry. Hi, how are you?
They do that to all of us. Don't worry.
What?
Alin, do you actually say hi, how are you, and like wave to Pinchwit?
I'd say
Yeah,
hi, how are you, and then I'd sit
At
down.
the table with us, right?
What?
Pinchwood didn't come to the table with us, did she?
No, that's
Yes, she
why I'm
did.
asking.
I thought she came to walk over.
No, she just walked downstairs.
was
I was
hi.
just letting you know that
Yeah.
she was still at the inn.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
I'd
what I
wave
was saying.
over.
She just
I'd wave.
points in her direction.
Yeah, I'd wave at her.
She just like waves back really, not excitedly, but in a tiny gnome hand, so it looks excited. Squirt, it looks normal to you. Do you do anything else, Lynn?
I'd sit down with everyone.
Okay. Twitch is gonna kind of like bring her hands together and look at Squirt and Dre's and just be like, okay, we need to actually figure out what we're doing here. Are we gonna do anything about?
You cut out again. Cannot
God.
hear
I
you.
hear 'em.
Okay.
I didn't hear him cut out.
Squirt's not
Okay.
Squirt. Good lord. Twitch is gonna put her hands together on the table, just kind of like fingers in diagonals away from each other, almost like if she's in thought. But she says, "So are we gonna do anything about the elf and the Shrine of Luck, the Shrine of Timoria? Are we gonna do anything about that?"
We said, yeah, we were
Well,
going to dine our first.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
So
if
so-
need be, Kiva here and I would probably be good choices to snoop.
well, I think Kiva's right. Maybe we should talk to Einar first. Maybe he knows something.
You're just saying that because I offered to do something, didn't you?
Possibly.
Since
And she smiles.
Can
She-
Kiva make an insight check on Twitch?
Yeah, go for it.
frenemies forever.
Hey guys, I feel pretty good. I feel like I'm nailing Twitch tonight.
Got it pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah, you feel like Twitch is maybe not saying all of what she's thinking, but she's being pretty upfront about it.
This might be a stretch too far with only a 13, but I feel like Kiva knows Twitch well enough at this point. You did something last night, didn't you?
Yes, I went and watched the Shrine for a bit.
Spying again.
So you already did some snooping. Okay.
Yeah, she has some kobolds with her that seem to follow her every whim.
Kobolds.
Okay.
I don't remember kobolds being tied in with the cults.
I don't either. We haven't seen any before. That's
We saw
interesting.
them at the dragon place, and
Yeah,
we mowed them down.
yeah, you guys wrecked those kobolds.
Yeah, but again, no connection to the cult in whatsoever that we've seen. So,
Yeah.
okay. Okay, that's another thing on the list to consider. All right. So I guess we need to go find Einar first, since he hasn't tracked us down yet.
And afterwards, we should probably figure out where she's staying. Just for reasons.
I mean, I feel like Twitch would have followed her home if once she left, if she's not staying at the shrine.
Well, she would have, but Twitch was only watching her for 4 hours, so
Okay.
she would have like she would have watched for a while, seen like kobolds coming and going, but
Okay.
she wouldn't have seen really anything too crazy,
Okay.
and she probably would not have followed.
Okay.
Mainly because of everything that's been going on and the fact that Villain seemed really adamant about meeting you guys again later.
That's fair.
Okay.
So I guess
Yeah. So we go see Einar?
that's what it sounds like needs to be our first move. Do we want to check in with Pinchwit and see what her plans are?
I mean, I think we did our part of the bargain with this particular situation, but if you want to.
Yeah, I'm just gonna see what her plans are. Yep. Kiva's gonna walk over to wherever Pinchwit is currently at.
Okay. You walk over and you see the bright smile of Pinchwit Wigglehoof, not Higglewoof. That's funny. You know what? You know what? That's her new name, Higglewoof. Beautiful. So you walk over and you encounter the bright smile of Pinchwit Higglewoof. Makes me chuckle.
Good morning, Pinchwit. How are you doing? Did you
oh,
sleep well?
Oh hi, yeah, I slept great. It was they have some really comfortable beds here. I'm used to much more like stall-like conditions.
Yeah.
So what are you guys doing? Are you guys staying here for a while?
Well, it sounds like we've got a little bit of business to attend to here in town for today, at least. I don't know how much longer than that we'll be staying. I wanted to find out what your plans are.
Oh, I was
Where-
gonna head back to Leland.
Okay. Are you going back the same way? Or are you going to use the main roads? Or...
Oh no, I'm using the main road. After what you
Okay.
guys went through, no, I'm using the main road for sure.
That was going to be my suggestion, yeah.
Yeah.
Especially if you're going by yourself.
Yeah. Well, if you guys are gonna only be here for a day, maybe I can just wait. You guys make a really good bodyguards.
Yeah, I can see that, yeah.
A character, so you
I
wouldn't
don't know
forget. We
exactly.
may go check. Hey, just out of character, so you don't forget. We may go check for the troll board.
Mhm.
Yes, and I'm aware of that out of character. That's not what Kiva is concerned with at the moment. So
Okay, I just yeah.
Kiva was going to respond. Yeah, again, I don't know exactly how long it's going to take. It might be more than just today. I don't know if you had a timetable you were trying to stick to.
Well,
It's gonna depend on how things go today.
I mean, I don't really have a timetable, but I probably should get back in the next couple days. Even though the contract's signed, it'll be good for Griselda to know that it was successful and that they're gonna be able to get the money and the troops and all of that.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll look for you later today and let you know what it looks like. Back here around noontime-ish, maybe? We should have a better idea by then.
Okay. Well, if it's noon, that's fine. If it's afternoon, then I'm probably gonna just head out and we'll see.
All right. Well, if that's the case, we'll see you back in Leland at some point then.
Okay. If I don't see you, have a good one.
Okay. Cool.
Jen stirs up a conversation on the side.
Is anyone going to respond to Jen's question? There we go.
Yeah.
Big bottles of milk.
Oh my God.
Boy, that's a lot of meat for a small town, but
I think
milk might be onto something.
so because no one ever asked, out of game, it is because of the fur the milk, and yes, the meat eventually, but it's mainly the fur and the milk. Their thick, coarse hair is actually really prized material to work with, so it's mainly the fur.
Now
How
Uh,
we
big
goat
would that
tacos.
wheel of cheese be?
what?
How
I
big
mean,
would that wheel of cheese be?
It'd be
I
massive.
feel like it would.
It's a
It would be the same as normal wheels of cheese. You just make more of them.
Right.
goat
Or,
tacos.
but where's the fun in that? You should make a big one.
Agreed.
It
From here
might be
on out,
make
the
one
DM
big
says
one
that
and
all cheese wheels are now 5 feet wide.
Oh my gosh, I don't know about that. Bit extreme.
giant goat cheese wheels. Okay, so
Skyrim.
yeah, you guys are
novelty item straight from Fandolin.
yeah, you guys are having this. Wow, that's unfortunate. Wah wah. Okay, so
I'm going to remember that.
yep. So you guys have this conversation. Do you guys end up heading out of the tavern to go talk to Einar?
Yeah.
Yeah, sounds good.
Okay. You head down towards the Einar's house, what you remember as the old town master's house. Um, and as you walk up, you see a sign that says Einar. What is his last name? Hartwick.
Yep.
Okay. You see a sign in front of the door that says Einar Hartwick, acting town master, and apparently he is still not taking the full role of town master. And as you make your way up, you see the door is closed, and you don't see any movement inside.
Kiva will walk up and knock if no
Okay.
one else does.
Okay. You knock and
Alright, I'm typing a response.
that's fine. You knock and a few moments later, a large Goliath answers the door and looks down. Oh, welcome. I wish this was better circumstances, but yeah, come in, come in, come in. And he
Yeah, we
ushers
were
you all
told there
inside.
might be something you wanted to talk to us about.
Yes.
I am completely innocent in this, just FYI.
You're never innocent, Jen.
I'm always innocent.
I
You
was gonna
hear
say if
when
someone else didn't say it, Einar would probably say it
yeah,
himself.
I was gonna say when Squirt says that, Einar, you actually hear Einar like snort, like snortle, chuckle, like uh, sort of deal. And as you guys enter, yes, please have a seat, and he ushers you to a couch and a couple chairs and plenty of room to sit down. Well,
Definitely better
I'm
furnished than last time.
it's
we
definitely
saw
better
it.
furnished than last time. And as you guys sit down, Einar starts. Well, I'm assuming you're here because you were told about your notice of grievance. Is that correct?
And holds up 2 fingers.
Oh, yes, both of them. I'm well aware.
That's
Now,
what we
One
were
for one person, one for another.
now, now, I know you all are not used to the rules. You haven't been here in a while, and I feel like I should walk you through this a little bit. These notices of grievances have actually been really helpful. I instituted it several months ago, and it's been actually really good for the town. With that being said, we've actually never had to kick anyone out, and I would absolutely hate for it to be the Heroes of Fandolin. Uh, would you guys be able to please refrain from casting any magic in Toblin's establishment? He just cannot abide magic for whatever ungodly reason. Every time I bring it up, he's just like, no, no, I just don't like it. He's like mimicking Toblin.
Mhm.
To be fair, I offered when we go to Neverwinter that we might be able to bring back an anti-magic field item. He actually seemed okay with that.
Well, I'm assuming he didn't offer to pay money for that, but I would be more than willing to pay money for that. I am pretty tired of the notices coming from Toblin, so that would be very helpful for me, if no one else. And you kind of hear him like give a slight chuckle as he's saying that.
If it makes him be quiet and stop sending us rude glares, also it might be a favor. And, that's always good to have.
He looks at you and just kind of like side smiles, Jin. Yes, yes, I remember you and your favors. No, this would not be a favor. I would be paying you to bring back that item, that device, or whatever it is that prevents magic from being cast. Uh, but it would not be for a favor.
Hmm.
With that being said, let me quickly run through the issue of the Notice of Grievance. It seems that one of your group casts some sort of magic in his establishment. Yes, looking over the lot of you.
Victims of circumstance.
Points to
Okay.
Squirt.
Uh,
And
you go ahead, Drace.
Yeah. While he is in the middle of talking, I'm going to pull out the contract and slide it forward.
uh,
The worst
Like, he can keep
possible time.
talking. I just wanted to just, like, casually, as he's all doing all this conversation, I'm pulling it out and putting it on the table and sliding it towards him.
Okay. He's not going to notice that at first because he's very intent on talking to the rest of you, but he will notice it eventually.
Yeah.
But looking over the lot of you, he's kind of like waiting for a response.
Jen just
Two of
points
us,
to Squirt.
Technically.
Okay. Let's do this. Looking over the lot of you, Squirt, do you say anything?
No.
Okay. Dre's already said what he was gonna do. Alin, do you say anything?
I wasn't there, was I? So
Nope, but I just thought I'd ask. Twitch will actually say something, and actually I take that back. Nope, Kiva did it, so Twitch is gonna remain silent. So Jen,
Jen does not point at Kiva, but Jen does point at Squirt.
oh, interesting. Not the one I expected to have casted magic.
Two of us.
It wasn't me!
Uh, he just kind of chuckles. Well, this is a first, isn't it? Unfortunately, and he hands you a sheet of paper, and you see on the paper is just like notice of grievance. This magic casted in blah blah blah, so on and so forth. A very very like technical jargon, legal jargon, sort of speak. And he hands it to you, Squirt, and just says, just please try to refrain from casting any more magic. I actually didn't even know you could. Was
How rude.
and he
I'll take
looks
mine too.
yeah. Oh, okay. Because he was looking back over and you say that. Ah, okay. I was gonna ask who the other one was. That's understandable. Here is yours. Now, to be clear, and we've never had to do this, but if you get 3 of them, we do have to ban you from the town. That's for
Just
everyone's
individual
good, and
members?
that is for obviously we don't want to cause trouble in the town. This has been very good for the town, and it seems like everyone wants to keep this intact.
Time
So,
frame on that?
the time frame is within 1 year.
Okay.
What if it
Okay.
is for an extremely valid reason?
Then it can be disputed. Was it for an extremely valuable reason? Looking at Squirt and Twit and Kiva.
Valid. But yeah.
For Kiva, probably more valid. Squirt was just kind of rubbing his nose in it. Not gonna lie this time.
All right.
I guess.
Well, 1 is fine. 2 is, let's stop it, and three is you're gone. So that's kind of the way I like to run this. Give people an opportunity to change their behavior. With that being said, and he picks up the contract and starts looking over it. All right. I swear. What religion did he follow? What was his god?
Oh gosh, that's a good question.
Do you remember?
I know he had one. I'm trying to remember who it was.
Basically, he's
Looking
gonna.
it up, I think
It's fine. He's
I
gonna
think it
pick
might
it
have
up.
been Tyr now that I'm thinking about
Okay,
it.
that's
But I need to
hilarious.
double check.
That's hilarious. Let's just go with it. I think you're right. He picks it up. Ugh, I swear to Tyr, if he sends me any more of these contracts, I'm going to have to go down there and talk to him myself. And you see him like grit his teeth, and he rips this contract like in half several times, and just looks over it.
He's
I'm gonna
Tyr?
ask, where did you all get this?
Jen points to Lynn.
What?
Oh,
Hey, don't pin this on me. It's not like I have a choice.
I didn't say you had a choice.
looks
I
like
just
I
said it
didn't.
was from you.
Okay,
now,
it looks like I didn't actually put something on there for him.
I remember you
sorry.
saying something about Tyr though. That's fine.
Yeah,
Uh,
I think it would have been Tyr.
That's fair. He was your character, so if you say Tyr, it's
Yeah.
Tyr. Okay, so he kind of like looks over the lot of you. Well, although it might have been Alin here, I see Dre's was the one holding it. So does that mean you all went to see him?
We had to support our party mate.
It was unusual circumstances.
You
I
go
met
for
my
sure.
father.
He's gonna look at you sideways like, what the hell are you talking about?
Jen
No,
Okay,
also
not my father,
sends-
but my ancestor, maybe.
Be that as it may, and he's gonna look over the lot of you. I do sincerely hope that no one took any of that contract, any of the contracts that he wrote up, or took any deals. He cannot be
Ooh.
trusted.
Apparently, I can't sign a deal with him because, apparently things happened, and I guess my status as a very soft follower of a god can be disputed now. I'm still kind of confused, but
Just count your lucky stars that you cannot take a contract with him. Like I said, he is not to be trusted or trifled
I
with.
second that.
Grace just doesn't even make eye contact.
Okay. Let's
mean,
go ahead.
It's better than the previous scenario, but it's still not a scenario I would choose to be in if I had another option.
Okay. Let's go ahead and I would actually just like to end this here. This is actually a really good spot for you guys to end, so that when we meet back next week, you guys are going to be able to kind of pick up from here, and we can pick up with this conversation. It was actually a lot of fun, even without Twitch. And Squirt, have fun. See you later. I hope it goes well, and I'll see you guys next week. It'll be.
Sounds good.
I legitimately cannot wait for next week. Like, I would be willing to have a
Oh,
session in the middle
boy.
of the week. I legitimately cannot wait.
Okay.
boy. As a fellow DM, that has set off my danger alert.
Red flags, red flags.
It's only because all of this. So just for reference, you guys are back in the book now. So this is, for me, it's super fun because I get to use the book and I don't have to prep a whole lot of stuff. I can follow the book. But
Okay.
you guys keep complaining that you guys haven't had any fights, and so now you guys are into the point of the book where fights are like really frequent. And so I'm actually
I
really
haven't
looking forward
complained.
I
to
don't recall
describing all the
complaining
fights.
about that.
Oh yeah, basically everyone. Well, everyone except for I think Alin. Actually, Alin was the only
I
one who
didn't
didn't.
complain.
Yes, you did. Don't you try
When
that.
did I complain? I like roleplay.
I have it recorded.
Where was it? Tell me the game. Tell me what game it was, because I never complained about that.
Oh, it was a side comment that you said. Actually, it was after you guys killed the dragon. It was like you went 3 or 4 sessions without having a fight, and everyone was like, "Yeah, we should have a fight soon. We haven't had a fight in a while."
I probably said something jokingly in response to it, but
I'm always
I'm
down to
the
fight.